what's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
It's been a fun day. It's been an eventful day, and we just getting started. Well, actually, I'm kind of in the middle of it, Deke. I was down at the stadium earlier today with the FedEx workers. We were doing an interview with my man Spencer Anderson this morning. Shout out to Spencer, which was a vibe. Now we back in the saddle, me and you podcasting it up, and then after this, it's yoga time, man. San Antonio got his event today. I got my yoga drip on. Bro, I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm back down at the stadium, bro. I feel like I've been like running and ripping back and forth these past couple days down that way. But yeah, man, I'm back in there tonight. You know what I'm saying? Get my stretch on, my woosah. So you know I'm ready, bro.
I say it's good for you.
What's up with your yoga life, man? I mean, Steven Nelson said he was more meditation. I think he had a little sprinkle of yoga in there though, right? I felt like it was yoga-y. Nah. So we get a chance to or whatever they call it.
You need it after this weekend.
Dude, I had a rough weekend, bro. I was so happy that today has been a vibe. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Because, yeah, I told you, since Friday, it was big. Yeah.
What Spencer Anderson have to say?
Well, he was vibed out. It was a good time talking with him because I actually have never talked to him before. So, you know, I had to learn all the backstory. You know, he actually was funny. I was asking him about why he decided to go to Maryland. And he said he actually considered Pitt. He took a visit here and everything, man.
Why didn't he come here?
He said he did not like the campus. Yeah, he was like, man, he's from the D.C. area, DMV, so he's accustomed to, like, that type of, like, city life. But he's like, you know, thinks his college should be its own area. And at Maryland, you got the own, like, campus set aside. So he was like, that was the thing. But, you know, hindsight 2020, he's come right back to the same spot.
All right, so there's nothing Pitt can do about that. Joey Porter Jr.'s answer, I was more disappointed in.
Yeah, because JPJ said they didn't recruit enough of the local talented guys. Me and you have even talked about some of the recent guys that are getting some of these offers outside of the local area, and you're like, well, why aren't y'all getting this guy first? Y'all should be the first ones offering him. So, yeah. Yep.
Now, some dudes are coming back, like our safety, Donovan McMillan. He was, I think, a 5-star, went to Florida, but didn't really get that much PT his first couple of years, but ended up coming back to Pitt, and he's been like a star safety for us.
Yeah, so he'll get it there.
So some guys are coming back. They're coming to their senses that Pitt can give you better opportunities than in Alabama sometimes or some of these other big schools, just because you could get lost in the mix easy there. Whereas you could be a star and play for your hometown team. Look at Tyler Boyd.
Listen, when you're the only or one of the few 5-stars here versus going to Bama, Georgia, one of these other schools where it's going to be 5 other guys that are just like you, it hits a little bit different, man. I agree. I definitely agree with that, bro.
I mean, the main thing missing is our own stadium. Yeah. And hopefully this new AD could get something together so we get a stadium out in Oakland.
Yeah, because he liked the people, but that was definitely what he said was the big sticking point for him, man. Because he was like, he took visits all over Big Ten, ACC, had all the offers and stuff like that. He also even had basketball offers. I was surprised. He said JMU.
Wow.
JMU offered him in basketball. UMass offered him in basketball, and it was another school that had offered him in basketball. So I was like, all right, so you actually had, like, skills, because, you know, Jam, you ain't just offering to anybody on that court now. You know what I'm saying? We done upped our standards up a little bit. So shout out to that. Also talked about having to, you know, use some of that positional flexibility because we've seen not just him start at left, then play right. We've seen Mason McCormick also start at left, start at right. We've seen Broderick starting at right. Troy, who played predominantly left, is starting at right. He kind of cleared it. He was like, man, a lot of people, you know, make a big deal about left side versus right side. He was like, mentally, there are certain things that you have to kind of like take a little bit more time to process. But he was like, as a whole, it's like if you're training the way that, you know, guys are being taught to train now, even coming out of college, he was like, we teach everything right and left. So he was like, when you're training, your steps, you're going to do your same reps right. He said you're going to come right back into the same steps left. He was like, because now that's what the league is kind of like, or O-lineman for, you know, trying to get on. He was like, yo, you can be bounced around. It doesn't matter where you know, get drafted or anything like that. If this guy is playing well, you can either sit behind him or you can figure out another way to get on that field. And that was kind of the approach that he was saying for himself, but also for multiple first rounders. He specifically brought up Broderick and Troy. It was talking about how both of those guys' mentality and how they even look forward to these opportunities. And even Troy switching from left to right tackle, talking about how he kind of prefers it now. He likes it even more. So it was interesting to hear that because he did say, like, you know, media and fans at times make it a bigger ordeal, or they'll be complaining about why isn't this guy playing in that spot. But he was like, for us as players, we not even like thinking of it like that. So it was an interesting take from him.
Well, I guess Dotson missed out on that teaching timeline.
But it, in a way, it did though. Pre-college, yes, because Dotson is ahead of Spencer Anderson. But Spencer referenced specifically coming out, he's like, where you train at now, you know, everybody has like, all right, if you're a quarterback, you go to California. If you're a speed dude, you want to go to Texas, O-line, like that type of concept. He was like, yeah, that's been the shift at least since he came out. Now, we know he was in 2023's class, so this is still newer. But even here in Pittsburgh, you think about our past 2 first rounders, neither one of them were playing the position where they played in college.
Right.
Yeah. Shoot, even outside of Zach Frazier, I think he the only one. Him and Dan Moore. Because James Daniels was a center in college. He plays right guard now. Mm. We talked about Mason McCormick was with a left guard. He's started right last week. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Frazier's a center.
Yeah, he's about the only one. Yeah. Craziness, man.
We're not messing with moving him
Craziness,
around.
bro.
Should have never did it with Dotson either.
Now, we wouldn't move Frazier right now, but if there was a Marquise Pouncey type of center on our squad, where you think Zach Frazier be playing at, man?
Yeah, he'd
be playing guard. Yeah. So it makes sense. I get it. But I was like, yeah. It was just interesting to hear it, you know, from that side of it a little bit. But yeah, man. And other than that, though, man, it was just vibed out.
Yeah, sounds like a productive day.
It was. And like I said, now I'm about to vibe out with you, and then it's woosah time. Mm-hmm. This is probably the least stressful I've been heading into an event in about 5 years, Deke. I'm just throwing it out there, bro. The fact that I'm just going to do yoga, oh, man.
Yeah, you're just in the crowd, right?
Oh, man.
You don't got to entertain.
I don't have to talk. I don't have to take a microphone. I just get to just, yeah. We vibed out, Deke. Big vibes today. Big vibes. But what's going on with you, man? Anything in your neighborhood, baby?
Nah, I'm good. I got nothing going on, really.
Okay. I like the hoodie, though.
Thanks,
Just know I know, man. You fine. It's clean.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, I peep what you be doing, man. You ain't gonna tell nobody. You ain't gonna tell me. I know you got somebody out here that's got your eyebrow. I ain't sure, bro. It's all good.
Nah, we're just chilling.
Yeah. Oh, nah, you just chilling. So you even smile a little bit different. Every time I bring that up, the chat pulls up. They be like, yo, he smile a little bit harder every time you start talking about who his lady is. He get the blushing a little bit. You can't even hold it back, bro. We don't know who she is, but one of these times you gonna slip up and just say it, bro. We're gonna find out. Mm-hmm.
Nah, we're just low-key out here. Chilling.
Yep. That's
all.
They said all starts there. He's taking care of himself, ladies and gents. Mm-hmm.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Brandon Clark said you cheating on your baby mama, man. Which one is it, Glow or is it Amber? We don't know which one just yet, but we gonna find out. Just hey, y'all keep tuning in. Eventually we gonna find out. He done been to a wedding that wasn't his wedding. Came back all smiles. That's all I know, man. So you tell me. But anywho, man.
Yeah, just watched Monday Night Football and watched the Tomlin Press Conference. That's about it. And I got to see that the Jets fired their coach.
Dude, in the middle of the day, we getting off the interview spot and phones buzzing. Like, yo, you see this?
It's like, pretty wild.
Robert Saleh. Oof. I mean, do you disagree or agree with the decision?
I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
It looked like they chose Rodgers over that man, though.
Yeah, I'm guessing Saleh lost the locker room because if you're going based off like the defense and how they're actually playing pretty good outside of week 1, and their defense has been steady. It's been the offense,
and they've been that way under him too.
Yeah, the offense is the reason they're losing games. I mean, they let up 10 points to the Broncos, and then last week against the Vikings, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
they really lost that game too.
7 points was given up because of a Rodgers pick 6.
Yeah, this is facts.
They held Darnold and that Vikings offense in check.
I mean, that second half, the Vikings offense was like non-existent at times, man.
So it must be Saleh lost the locker room. I don't know because he's in charge of the defense.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's the head coach, but he's the defense guy as well. And the defense ain't the thing holding them back.
I would agree.
So it's a very curious firing.
I would agree, bro.
Yeah, Rodgers and him must be really butting heads. Saleh maybe lost hold of the players. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
They
but
fired the man fresh off the London trip. They said they had just landed. It wasn't that long ago, man. They was flying back from London. They said, yo, what happened on the flight? What was said? Yeah. How do we get there? And it's at the weird part of the year, too. It's not even like we, far along into the season. We 5 games in. It's like, oh, all right.
You have this Monday night game against the Bills,
That's
and that would be
coming
for
up.
first place.
I'm like, how do we get there? Like that.
Maybe you fire him after that.
That honestly, that to me made way more sense because I'm like, you're gonna fire the coach heading into the game that's gonna be for first place in the division right now. Like,
so here's another thought.
yeah,
Maybe he was holding the offense back somehow, some way. Like he had some sort of reign over Hackett and Rodgers and trying to make it more conservative.
Now, Deke, me and you, we believe a lot of stuff. Do you believe that Robert Saleh had more control over the offense?
I'm not saying
than
more
Aaron
control.
Rodgers?
I'm not saying more control. I'm saying there was maybe some stuff that he was trying to do or have them do that went counter to Rodgers and Hackett. And ultimately, he is the head guy, and so
I think that's that. I don't know. I just feel like with Rodgers, I don't think he's gonna let that fly, bro.
well, that's why
It's
maybe
Rodgers.
Saleh's
You know what
fired.
I mean? Yeah, fair enough there. Because I was like, I don't see
There's
Rodgers
friction
going
there.
with that. Yeah, it is Rodgers we talking about. Rodgers has like Brady Manning cachet. Like, if they have an issue,
Well, you heard the comments
don't,
about
yeah.
the cadence.
I did hear that. And then
So
he tried
that
to
was a
walk
little
it back.
sign that
He
there
tried to walk
could
it
be
back.
some stuff going on.
I would agree, but he tried to walk it back and say, "Man, he just kind of threw something out there." It just looks weird all the time. I think of
it's
the
a very
awkward
weird
exchange on the sideline where he's going for the hug and Rodgers pushing. I'm like, bro, when would you ever do that? Like, nothing about that makes sense to me. I don't care how y'all like downplay. It's like, yo, that's weird.
The funny part
very
about
weird,
it is Rodgers chose the Jets.
I know. Knowing
Chose
that
Saleh
was
as his
there.
head coach.
Saleh went out and met with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you don't necessarily know a guy till you're with him to the
fire, man.
to the degree you are when you're being a quarterback coach together on a team. But yeah, Rodgers shows this.
Yeah. And that is real what you just said. Coach Tomlin during his press conference kind of alluded to that even with Russ, talking about how, he's had stuff elsewhere, but in terms of here, that hasn't been the case just yet. So I do like it, man. It's different, man, when you're doing it with somebody versus when you're watching them do it elsewhere.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy though if you think about. Now I know Saleh's been the Jets coach for a minute, so that plays into the decision somewhat. But his time with Rodgers is literally only
5 games.
5 games.
5
games and 4 snaps.
Yeah, 5 games and 4 plays. There we go. And he's had 3.5 of Zach Wilson. Like,
and
come
he's fired,
on, bro.
He just fired like that.
It's hard out here, bro. It's hard. Hey, man. Shout out to the Jets. Shout out to Robert Saleh. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. All right. Hopefully everybody is, gonna be better off going forward. Yeah. I'm glad we ain't dealing with that
You
stuff.
sure
man.
about that?
I mean, I listen, man.
What if that's the spark that
what I
gets
deem
Rodgers
as-
in this offense going for
listen,
Monday night?
What I deem as better off for Rodgers is very different than I'm sure what you or other people might deem as better off for Rodgers, man. All right. So shout out to them dudes, man. They shout them all out, man.
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, have a good life, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Mm-hmm. I just don't want him to keep having to get up the way that he was getting up last week, man. And I think, it's not the best situation for him right now. But I wish him the best.
Maybe it was Saleh's fault.
We're going to find out.
Saleh was handcuffed in the offense.
We'll get some information this weekend. How about that? We'll get some information on Monday night.
Yeah, the Monday night will be a telltale sign, I think.
We'll see what's up.
We got to see it last year. As soon as we fired Canada,
Yeah, man.
Kenny has 300 yards. The offense looks
Absolutely.
good. It's the first game. We have 400 yards of total
Yeah,
offense.
Absolutely, man. Unlock the change, right?
Yeah.
So we'll find out, man. We are definitely going to find out, man. But yeah, crazy situation right there. With
And that's
the
just
dude,
a
man.
theory, too. Maybe Saleh has absolutely zero to do with the offense.
This is also true. But it's weird.
I'm
because
just
you
trying to
still
think
hear
of reasons
people-
as to why he got fired.
But you still hear people speak highly of him as a defensive coach because of what you just talked about with the defense. And he has Nathaniel Hackett there as the OC, who is Rodgers' guy. Even dating back to Green Bay to Denver. So it's like, you see what's going on here.
I'm just thinking with Tomlin, and Tomlin has even said this in some of his interviews, that even though Canada's the play caller, even though we have a certain offensive coordinator, he'll
He still has
oversee
it,
some
yeah.
offense and
Right.
have some type of control over it.
But we saying that's Coach T. Coach T, he hit a little different than Robert Saleh. Respectfully, Robert Saleh. But it's
But it could be
Yeah.
the same approach, though, is all I'm saying.
True. Very true.
Even though Saleh is a defensive guy,
It's just
he is
crazy,
still the head
bro.
man, so he probably can have certain control over certain things.
Since he is a former head coach now, defensive guy. I mean, we did it before. We bring him onto the staff next year.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I say work
I
before
don't
us,
care.
man. Why not? I'm just throwing it out
Bring
there.
in as many quality guys
All right,
as possible.
I'm just throwing it out there. All right, I didn't know what his credit was around the league, but I'm like, hey, man, I think
And if the defense keeps playing like this,
that's what I'm saying. You can't have
he
enough of
could
them
be
dudes here, man.
The
Yeah.
DC.
We'll
Let Terrell Austin go.
Don't do that to TA. We ain't doing that to TA right now, man. TA is vibing out, all right? We're not doing that to TA right now. But if Saleh wanted to join the staff as a high-end senior defensive assistant or something like that, hey, man, we welcome him to the building. That's all I'm throwing it out
He's
there,
going to
man.
go back to some Shanahan tree. Like,
You know
he'll
he
be
is.
Mike
You know
McDaniels,
he is.
DC, or something
You know
like that.
he is. But if he chooses not
Maybe
to,
go down to the Texans because there's a connection there to D'Amico Ryans, 49ers
listen,
guys.
Maybe we offer a little bit extra on that thing, man. You know, it worked with Flores. I just don't see why we couldn't do the same with him. Get him in the building.
Yeah, if we could get Saleh on the staff, I'm not going to be against that.
No. I'm always on the lookout now, man. Omar done got me inspired. He be like, hey, man, we don't just take players. We take coaches, too. Yeah. So, shout out. I like it, man. I like it. Well, with that being the case, dang, Deke, man, that was a good little vibe by you right there, pulling up Robert Saleh right there. Shout out, bro.
I was shocked.
See, man, that's what you need Deke in your life, ladies and gents, man. He always got something for you, all right? But with that being the case, let's start the show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way we can give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
What up, Jules says, hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget the positivity, and they're tuning in from the 480, Phoenix, Arizona.
Shout out to the 480. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Kenneth Moses, salute from Virginia Beach, the 757. Moats, it's time for you and TG to suit up.
No, it's not. No, it is definitely not. I did see where we are very, very battered, bumped, and bruised. We'll get to that when we obviously react to Coach Tomlin's press conference. But, yeah, we're walking wounded right now. We're going to have some transactions popping up in about 24 hours. We'll have some transactions. Yeah. But that transaction better not include Arthur Nathan Most III. No, don't do that one.
Esco Reloaded, 757. Again, the crib. We missed 5-6 in the run game. Steeler Girl 808 from 808, Maui, Hawaii.
Shout out. Steelers Girl 808 been rocking with us, man. She been popping up a lot more. Shout out to Hawaii, man.
Sacks Love Money from 704, North Carolina in the building.
Hey, yo, that's a fact, though. Sacks do love money, man. We got to get more sacks. Get more money. It's a great combination.
Couple more. DJ Lundy, another 757, Norfolk,
Come
VA.
on, man. Let the crib stand
Holy
up.
hell.
Let the crib stand up. Yeah. I'm glad we're getting our foothold in the 757 a little bit more prominent now, you know? It's good to see that that's being a more frequent occurrence, man. Shout out to everybody at the 757. And my Florida people, y'all stay safe, man. I know y'all got the back-to-back hurricane situation going on right now. If you're in the danger zone, please take the necessary precautions or evacuate. Deke, they said it might be 15 feet waves. I say, boy, what? 15 feet? 15? Deke, I'm good. Nope. Can't do it, baby. No. I could barely swim in 6. 15 is Nope. So be careful out there, ladies and gents. Please be careful.
All right, we've been saying too many 757s
Don't
here.
you do that. Don't you do that.
No, not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
We
We got to give some love to my hometown here, DC 53,
Okay,
412 Hill District.
Shout out to the Hill District.
When
Yes, sir.
is George? He says, when is George going to stop crying? Lenny is gone.
Listen, man, load management. All right, it's load management right now. We're gonna get to the load
That's
management.
insane.
Let the load.
I didn't know we had
management
Kawhi
live,
Leonard at receiver.
Deke, let the load. Why you
I didn't know GP had knee issues and was hobbled out there.
Boy say, yo, we got Kawhi Leonard out there. Oh man, at least Kawhi got 2 of the rings though, bro.
Right.
And the MVP, Lord, come on, man. Whew. Yo, you funny. Load management. Just keep living. You always hear something new, man.
Samuel Pugh from the 205 Birmingham. And last one I'll say is James Williams for the 914 New York. Let's go.
Let's get it, man. And I see you, Simeon McDaniels, all the way in Nova, North Virginia. Shout out to Nova. If you know, you know. Speaking of Nova, that, like I said, Smith-Schuster, it's in the DMV, boy, man. So shout out to all you Northern Virginia folks, man. Jaron, Pittsburgh Steelers for life. Appreciate you as always too, updating the picks with me and Deke for the spread. Tuning in from the 559, Visalia, California. And then the homie Hunter Mason in the 307. WY in the house, heading to Vegas this week. That's got to be a V, right? Or is he saying Wyoming? No, am I tripping? Deke, what's the 307, bro?
Hold on, let me see this. That looks like Wyoming.
It's Wyoming, right? Yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out Hunter. I wonder, does he know Let's Go UW then? Because Let's Go UW is from Wyoming. Or he's a Wyoming fan. Yeah, Hunter May said it's for Wyoming. And all of Wyoming is the 307.
Wow.
That's crazy.
They're lazy up there.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, you ain't going to split up a little bit? Like, hey. I can at least think of 3 between Pittsburgh, outside of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Hey, they just, all right, shout out, man. I like it then. I like it. And then, of course, the homie Grant A in the 818 Los Angeles. And shout out to Los Angeles, man. We did have history officially be made, at least in the preseason form. Los Angeles Lakers, first father-son duo to ever play in the same game. LeBron James and LeBron James Jr. Shout out to LeBron James, man. That did take place, though, Deke, man. So shout out to them dudes, man. Gotta love history.
What happened in the regular season?
At least game 1, yeah. For certain game 1. They might start together game 1. Don't play. It's going to happen game 1, though. I guarantee it's going to happen game 1, bro. Early, too. They ain't about to wait.
Then Bronny did the G League.
Hey, you know how it goes, man. Hey, son, we got the history made. We got some pictures took. You might even throw your dad a hoop on one of these players, all right?
But you got to give him at least 3 or 4 games, then.
Yeah. But he's for certain. It's going to happen game 1. They're not about to play with that. Bro, it was in the preseason. It was the second quarter. He was like, yo, get him in there. Put him in. Come on. Get him in. No. He going to be playing early. And it's going to be overload pictures, overload of everything. And because it is pretty crazy. But you know they're going to make it where people going to be tired of hearing about it. It's going to get to that. But I can't wait.
Yeah, I think people are going to be tired of hearing about it because of Bronny mainly.
I would agree. But it doesn't matter.
This dude's getting this much press, and I mean, he's not. Up to this point, he's not good. Let's just be real.
They highlighted my man having 3 blocks in the game, bro.
Well, that actually is kind of dope.
He had 3 blocks, bro. So it's like, yo, he's that type of dude right now. But the reason why I bring that up is nobody else is ever going to make a highlight reel and be talked about on SportsCenter on First Take or anything like that for just having 3 blocks. But because of who he is, bro, it comes with it, man. So I'm like, hey, man, shout out to Brown, man. Shout out to Lil Bronny. I love it, man. History. Shout out to L.A., man. All righty.
Got a fair amount of supers that have
Man,
rolled
let's
in
go
here.
ahead and tap in then, man.
That boy 23 says if Tay Adams is traded to us, I feel like it would be Friday or Saturday. The Raiders can avoid playing against him then.
Yeah, that would be smart by them. So I don't see why that logic wouldn't work. I would also see where they would simply just send him, like you said, it could be done on a Thursday. It could be done on a Friday. The later it is in this process, the less likely it is that he would play. But you still have to remember that some of these dudes are very petty, and some of these organizations will support the pettiness. So they can still try to get that deal done late. And if it's a possibility that he could still suit up on Sunday, I wouldn't be surprised.
You won't have to leave.
Yeah.
You
I
could
was
just
about to
stay
say,
there.
because he'll be right there. We'll be flying into town. But trust me, if that gets done this week, I think it's a high probability that he finds a way to play because, yeah, you turned up. You, of course, want to get an opportunity, and especially with just how fast everything has changed there from 2 weeks ago to where we are today. Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely use him. But shout out to Calvin Austin. I was watching, if you're watching the tape from an all-22 standpoint, Calvin was open. He had some moments, man. He had some moments. I'm like, yo, he could have low-key cooked. I like it. Shout out to Calvin.
That boy 23 says Juju should have brought him back.
How did he do last night? I know the game was last night. I didn't watch it last night.
You said you didn't watch the Monday night game.
Yeah, I watched Halloween, the 2018 version. We're on scary movie vibes since it is October. You see, I got my Friday, a little Friday the 13th going on over here, man.
I think Juju played good enough to where the Chiefs don't have to worry about trading for a receiver.
Oh, okay. What did he do? He was balling? He was balling. Okay.
I think it ended up being, was it 7 receptions for 130?
Bro, stop playing. What?
I'm being serious. Yeah, he dropped a slant over the middle that would have been a touchdown and ended up being a pick by the Saints. It got popped up in the air.
You said 7 for 130?
Yeah.
Deke, is that the standard or is that the outlier for Juju at this stage?
I don't think that's going to be the outlier.
All right.
Like, Mahomes was targeting him. He was open. Okay. He looked good. They got where the Kelsey had a bounce-back game.
Yeah. Did Kelsey play good?
I don't think they're stressing about getting a receiver. Kareem Hunt looked like he was in his prime.
So everybody looked good then?
Unfortunately, yes. Right. Unfortunately, Mahomes had, 330 yards.
So they definitely won.
And it felt like a down game for Mahomes.
So they won, is what you're saying? Did they win?
Yeah, they pounded them.
Nice.
By double digits.
I lost that bet then? Because then I take sense.
Yeah, but, I wanted the Chiefs to lose.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that game was just all Chiefs, really.
Shout out to Juju then.
Saints didn't have a chance.
All right. I like that, man. Shout out to Juju. I always enjoy what he does well, man. I like that. Shout out to the homie, man.
The question is Juju doing that in our offense? That's I will say this. I feel like I was wrong in questioning whether or not Juju would be better than the secondary receivers we got right now.
Okay.
Because Juju actually looked pretty spry yesterday.
Yeah.
He looked spry. And with
the knee is fine,
with what we've got thus far from Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller, and Calvin Austin, I think Juju could have been a better two than that trio up to this point.
No, I like it.
I don't know if he's getting a 7 for 130 here. I highly doubt that, but he could have been maybe a more reliable target for us throughout these first 5 weeks.
Yeah. No, respect.
Than what we got going right now. I got to admit that.
Hannibal 090 says, there you go, Deke. Appreciate the honesty. So, shout out, bro. Ain't nobody tripping.
Yeah, because obviously Juju is being helped a lot being in that Chiefs system and having Patrick Mahomes.
I'm team Juju, especially if he's healthy. But that was
it looked like he is. Like I mean, yeah.
If he's healthy, I think that he is still a good player, man. He can catch the football. We know he can do the combat catch stuff. He blocks his tail off and he plays hard.
Well, Mahomes was talking him up. Actually, I don't know if I heard it specifically from Mahomes or if it was Troy Aikman saying that Mahomes said. I think it was the latter. Mm-hmm. But he's like, Mahomes really appreciates. It's not necessarily just about speed, talent, athleticism. He really appreciates smartness.
Yeah. Juju knows what he's doing.
The players that he's got, and
who did
trying
Juju
to find
grow up around?
Trying to find the little zone, the holes in the zones, and figuring out how to get open, that type of stuff.
Think about the two impactful people in Juju's first 3 years in the league, bro. He's watching Antonio Brown, and he has Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. So his foundation is great. And for him, as long as the health is there, he's going to age well just because of those type of things. And he's a tough player. We know he can make all those combat catch stuff. So even when he loses the ability to create separation, which we saw at times, I guess, due to injury, we could still see where he could have success because of his ability to make some of those close quarters catches and stuff. But I like it, man. Shout out to Juju, man. Now, I'm not going to say like I saw 7 for 130 because I don't think that he's that consistently right now, but I do think he's definitely a guy that could come in and be a number 2 and give you a boost. I think he definitely does that.
I'll put it to you this way. If they don't bring in another receiver, I wouldn't be surprised if he has 1,000 yards.
Okay. The only I think he has the ability to. I just think that it's hard to sustain that week in and week out. And especially the more you do it after 4 games you doing that, now you're going to draw attention. So we talk about being one of those receivers. You have to now be able to do it with the attention.
Well, here's the thing, though. With Kelsey seemingly turning things around, knocking the rust off, and Xavier Worthy being a big part of their offense now, Kareem Hunt doing his thing. I mean, I don't know if defenses can afford to be targeting Juju like that.
Yeah.
All he needs, so for the 1,000, all he needs is, what is it, like 60 yards a week?
You say that very casually.
I mean, he's with Mahomes. He's in the Randy Reid system.
Who was our leading receiver this past game, man? think about it, bro.
Listen, that's our offense, though.
I'm just saying.
Not
you casually throw out
Andy Reid
60
and Mahomes.
receiving yards per game like that's some. Small
He's just gonna
feat, bro.
He's just gonna be on the field a ton, and I think Mahomes trusts him a lot. And they got other weapons, so I think he'll get 50 or he'll average 50 or 60 rest of the year if he can stay healthy. That's if they don't trade for another receiver. I think Mahomes really likes him.
No. I mean, when you go on a run with somebody, bro.
I think he had like
That's what I'm
900
saying.
something.
They're locked in, bro. Yeah.
On that Super Bowl year.
He trusts Juju, man. They've done it together, man. And they've finished it by getting a Super Bowl ring. So I could only imagine the type of trust that those two dudes have in each other because of that. I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah. It's tough to see, man.
But
the Chiefs aren't missing a beat at all. 5-0. It doesn't even feel like they're firing on all cylinders yet either.
It's all good. We got smoke coming through here. We got reinforcements.
We do?
Yeah, we ain't seen our draft. Or was it? Is he?
No, I know that.
ain't
It's
seen him
just it's the Chiefs are just very annoying.
Fair.
Very, very annoying.
Sustained.
Yeah, I still feel good about us, but everyone in the AFC, everyone in the league's chasing them.
Because they got the quarterback. They got the guy.
He's not even playing good.
But they got the guy.
He's not even playing good, and they're 5-0.
Hey.
No, he is playing. I mean, he is
Even
playing
on
good.
his bad days,
But-
he's still 300.
But if you're just looking at the
Yeah.
box score, you would think like Mahomes is playing like trash, but he's not
Yeah.
if you're actually watching the games.
Nah, see, like his decision making, his ability to get them in the right plays and minimize some of the negativity. I mean, they always stay on schedule. That's
Like
part
I
of
would
it.
give Mahomes the
Yeah.
MVP now with the stat line that he has.
I mean,
If
that's
you actually know
we get
ball
that.
and are watching
Yeah.
the game, he is the most
That's
valuable
Mahomes.
player.
We get that part.
But you would look at I don't know how many yards he's got, but I think he's leading the league in interceptions right now. His touchdowns aren't that high, but he's still the best player in the league.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. In a way, he's playing like it still. If you're watching the game and understanding the game flow and stuff,
He's doing what they're
Is that
asking
good?
him to do, and he's executing it excellent.
that's why stats lie.
At times they do, yeah.
Yeah.
They tell a part of the story, not all of
You
it.
got to watch the games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got AJ Martinez saying, when? Question mark. I get it. Super Bowls are hard to win, but are they? KC is going for a three-peat. Why is it easy for them but impossible for us? If you want to be the one.
It's simple. Patrick Mahomes. You put Patrick Mahomes here, you have a lot more parity surrounding the Chiefs and their ability to win a Super Bowl, win another Super Bowl, take one off, get another one. Like, all of that changes then. But right now they have that guy. No different than when you're talking about the New England Patriots with Tom Brady. Up until that point, how many teams did you see going on those runs of winning multiple Super Bowls without having an elite player at quarterback? You'd have to go back to Dallas winning multiples with Troy Aikman, who's also a Hall of Famer. Before that, you got to go back to the Niners where you're talking Montana and them dudes, man. It's rare. Unless you got one of them. I mean, think of how long we had Seven. Seven's one of them boys, right? But even with him, it's like, yo, you still got to deal with a Brady and a Manning. We don't even respect the Drew Brees on that type of level, but he's still one of them dogs out there. We laugh at Phillip Rivers, and Phillip Rivers is a dog out there as well.
We
tough, man.
did go through a
Yeah.
stretch of,
Come on, bro.
it was like 5 or 6 years where it did feel easy for us because we were in 3 Super Bowls during
Right.
that stretch of time.
Right. But
It was like, oh yeah, we're going to win more. Ben's going to have like 4 or 5 when it's all said and done. Didn't play out that way after the Packers won though, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Like, dude, it's hard to win these things, man. It's very, very hard.
I think it's the perfect blend too for Mahomes of having Andy Reid as his coach.
Yeah.
The perfect mix.
And he's had, at some point, an elite receiver in terms of whether it's Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill. He's had one of those two guys throughout this whole process, which has been very beneficial. We even saw that last year. Who was his guy when it came down to it? He's finding Kelce.
Because I was going to say his receiving core last year was pretty dismal,
Yeah.
but randomly
Not
they
as a
all
whole,
turned up in the
right.
playoffs.
Right. They played better, which we respect. But we know the main corporate of it is, yo, Kelsey's available to that man. That's what you got to worry about. Before that, it was Tyreek's it. All right, that's what you got to worry about. But we know, man, the quarterback matters the most out of any of that. And they've been very fortunate. They haven't had the crushing injury to any of those, like, main type of guys, which goes with it. We talk about, man, it's not just having the personnel, everybody playing well. You
think
gotta
of
have
how
some
much
of that
Burrow's
luck,
been
man.
getting hurt.
Heck yeah. I think about when we were here during that Killer B era, man. You had somebody going down at a key position every single year going into the postseason. That affects you. For the Chiefs, the closest they came was when Mahomes hurt his ankle going into that daggone Niners Super Bowl, or the Eagles Super Bowl, and somehow, someway, he's the one running 20 yards downfield with the crazy high ankle situation. It's like, yeah, as long as you got health as well, like how they dealing with it right now, yeah, it's gonna be tough to deal with them. But we ain't worried about that. We about to go get them this year. How about that?
AJ Martinez says, all I'm saying... Oh, wait, I'm skipping one.
Mm-hmm.
He says, if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ.
Facts.
And then he says, all I'm saying is we are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
WTF, 6 rings. We are the NFL. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
We're the world's team. The terrible towel is on.
No, facts on that.
That boy 23 says, Loudermilk is playing edge this week.
Mm-hmm.
Breakout. No.
I wouldn't call it a breakout, but who knows? I mean, he might go out there and get a couple sacks, man. Now we talk about Loudermilk differently. I don't project that just based off of me early watching Raiders tape. Still going to go back and deep dive on them a little bit more, but just from, I mean, they tackles, they're not world beaters, but I don't think it's that either, that a lot of people going to put them on the mixtape. But I do like the opportunity for Loudermilk specifically versus the run. I think that we will see an uptick in production from him there. I also wonder, just when we hear about these reports early in the week, they sound way more like sensational than what is actually going to be on game day. We initially think of it like, oh man, he's going to be out there a lot. But it could be a scenario where, you know, he doesn't get the most snaps out there. So I just kind of like wait and see with that. But I do think he would definitely be an upgrade in terms of run defense. He's going to set the edge like a son of a gun. And he's coming off of the blocked field goal, so you know he's feeling good.
We're going to have to sign someone here.
That's what I'm waiting on, bro. I'm like, I don't, this isn't the final part of it, because DeMarvin Leal, they'll play him out there as well. But
He's
you're not going to, oh, you're right. He's already ruled out. Good call. Yeah,
That's why Loudermilk might have a
playing out
chance
there.
here.
Yeah. Yep. But it's like, you have to bring people in here, bro. You technically don't have enough pass rushers out there. Peyton Wilson, would you going to put him on at outside linebacker and have him playing out there?
Where's my man Jacoby Windman? Bring him in.
Well, he's been up and down in terms of practice squad to active roster. We know Jeremiah Moon.
I take my chances with him over Moon.
Well, Jeremiah Moon was playing last week. Jeremiah Moon's still a decent player. He's just young right now. That's the thing with him. And you'll have similar growing pains with Jacoby. Like, both of those dudes are going to have moments where you're going to see their ability. And that's kind of what TG alludes to when he talks about how just because a guy isn't starting or a guy isn't on the active doesn't mean he sucks. It's just like they're just young. So they do young guy stuff. But Jeremiah could rush the pass. He could set the edge. But you're going to deal with just the young guy stuff of maybe he's not as consistent with his footwork. So now he get reached blocked on a play that he shouldn't get reached blocked on. Or coverage-wise, he might blow an assignment, right? Or just athletically, he might not be accustomed to how fast it's going to happen just because of the lack of reps. And the same with Jacoby. So that's kind of what you deal with some of the younger dudes when they get these opportunities. But, I mean, James Harrison, we always think of him and his story.
Yeah.
He's technically in a Jeremiah Moon or Jacoby Windman type, you know, in terms of where his career started at. So sometimes all you need is opportunity.
Yeah, I'm just calling my shot. I think Windman's better than Moon. Like, there's no doubt that
He said, I'm just calling
there's risks with both players and them being young. There could be some hiccups and stuff, but I'll take my chances with Windman over Moon.
Well, I will say Moon definitely has better size, though.
I think he's got better moves, too.
No. I said Moon. Moon
Oh,
has better size.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
He is taller,
Windman is a more twitchier athlete. That's why he bounces at inside linebacker as well as outside. But Moon looks the part of a traditional outside linebacker. He like to play in Baltimore, which low key he was on their practice squad at some point. I think it was either last year or year before last. Yeah.
Call up Windman. If we're not going to sign someone. I was trying to do some
who will we even sign
searching
right now? Because Marcus Golden is retired. That's always the one. I'm like, why we don't call MG? You supposed to be here. How you gonna just retire? And I know you enjoying your life right now.
They're saying Yannick Ngakoue is available, but
he's gonna cost a little bit though, isn't he?
I don't think he is. Google's saying he's on the Colts.
I didn't see him on the depth.
Well, I think they
chart.
just picked him up.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, because
They're
he wasn't
saying
out
he-
there when we played him.
They're saying he just played. Wait, what? It's saying current team Colts, but it's saying he played against the Bengals October 6th, which would have meant he was on the Ravens.
Right.
Wait, what?
Because for certain, we would have known if Yannick was on the coast when we just played them, bro. Because I know I would have talked about him.
This is crazy. Okay, yeah, it is. Ravens elevate veteran pass rusher ahead of Sunday's game.
Oh. So he was the...
He was chilling on the practice squad, so I guess we could have picked him up.
They might have just bumped him up for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's how the new rule is. And then if he reverts back to the P squad, then, yeah, we could go get him that way.
Okay.
Yeah. It's crazy how that rule works right now.
Wow, Google still has his current team in the Colts, though.
Come on, Google, man. Y'all slacking.
But I guess if he goes back to the Ravens practice squad, he'd be available.
Who runs
Shaq
Google again?
Lawson.
I like Shaq. I just don't think he fits what we're doing. He's more 4-3 DN.
They're saying Randy Gregory's available.
He
Tyus
would work.
Bowser.
No. I like Bowser. Bowser's a good player, but Bowser's not gonna necessarily give me the pass rush. I think Bowser's just an all around like good player though. That's the cat from Baltimore. But Gregory, I think Gregory could fit what we were looking for if we're trying to just make sure we have a pass rusher. And you think about how we play defensively right now. We don't want to blitz, so we want flamethrowers, dudes that can cook a 1-on-1. Randy Gregory, based off of those names, to me, I think gives you the best of that. I think the most well-rounded guy out of that group is Tyus Bowser. And if you're using both of those guys in concert with the Loudermilk, could work because you still got that man on the other side.
Either way, we're on the scrap heap here.
Yeah, we down bad right now, bro. We are down bad. Holy smokes. Because what we about to deal with is slot protection, tight end over there, running back over there. And, yeah, they're going to say, yo, whoever has the opposite guy, you have to win your one-on-one each and every time, but we're not going to let this guy cook us. That's the approach right now, bro. They was even doing it at times last week with the boy from Denver, Cooper. And I'm like, Cooper is nowhere near TJ in my eyes, man.
This is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the positions we thought were going to be big strengths, being offensive line and edge rushes, now become kind of weaknesses for us.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Yep. Shout out to Sayumalu though. Outside of after he dealt with the run over, he played a lot better than like going back. I was like, all right, I missed you.
Yeah, the O-line
I missed you.
should be on the uptick as long as we could
think,
keep the same group together.
Yeah, I feel positive about them. I'm not the most fond of their matchup this week though. If we being real, actually, I kind of feel bad. It's like we better be very thoughtful, mindful, and intentional about how we plan on handling.
Well, maybe this is the type of game Broderick gets up for.
I hope so, because I know who we going against. He definitely will be up. Yeah. Yep. They said last week he had the high ankle sprain and was balling. I said, whew, if that's what that looked like with the high ankle, I can only imagine what's going to look like this week when you fresher. Yeah.
Hunter Gaming. Unlike Tomlin, I seek comfort. Help me, Moats. What are some positives to look forward to?
Well, the positives are Isaac Sayumalu is going to have another week up under his belt because outside of the bad play where we saw him not look the best, I thought that he had some moments, man, where you could see his athleticism, his smarts, his overall technique being critical in terms of opening up some of those holes, specifically for some of the younger backs, man. Like a couple of their explosive runs, I'm like, who's the key block? Oh, Sayumalu, you got that dude. Oh, Sayumalu, you got that guy on the ground. Like, all right, that's good to see right there, man. So I think that that's a positive step. I also think the fact that in terms of Coach Tomlin, how he communicated through his press conference, Russ is going to be a full participant this week, whereas last week we said he still has some limitations in practice. So with that, I like the fact that, number one, Justin Fields is still going to get the starter reps so he can mentally still prepare as if he is going to be the guy. But I also like the fact that for Russ, it's going to give him some live bait, something that he could really feel like, yo, let me chase this down and see what it looks like this week. Because if it is healthy, now you put the coach in a position where he has to make a tough decision. I think for Justin Fields, it'll also give him that feeling of being chased a little bit. It's a different level of urgency that you prepare with when this guy is injured versus when this guy is healthy and you know he can go at any point in time. It just adds another element to how you prepare. It adds another element to how you want to go out there and execute. And we already know that from Justin Fields' perspective, he's already operated at a high level with that mentality. But I just think that that's going to give an added boost to him. So I just think for both of those guys, it goes back to the two dogs, one bone. We always, we joke about that, with other positions, but you're about to real life get two dogs, one bone this week in practice between those two guys, and next weekend, the week after that, and the week after that. And I just think as a whole, it's going to make both of those guys have to put their best foot forward every day in practice, every rep in practice. But it's also going to demand that the guys around them are also operating with that type of urgency, with that type of focus on the practice field. Because imagine if you rush and you trying to show everybody that you back and I throw it to you and you drop it. No, buddy, we can't have that. And imagine if you Justin Fields and we out here and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to show them that I'm the guy right now and I'm dropping the pass in your front pocket and you ain't coming down with that, or you don't make your block on the backside and I'm getting killed. No, we can't have none of that, man. We got to operate at a higher level. So I think for, some positivity, I think both of those things, man, are going to be a positive for us.
AJ Martinez says, the freaking moon. Love and respect to all. Blessings to all. How far is the Berg from Baltimore? I might have to show Ms. Trita some real football.
Ooh, I see your level, boy. He said I'm about to take Ms. Trita on a little trippy trip. AJ, you pull up to a Steelers game, bro. You know we got to leak. We got to see you. Oh, man. AJ pull up. Oh, we got to see you. I don't care what you say, Deke. We got to see AJ, bro. Got to. It's mandatory.
He also says, is the con man conning himself? We need the players. Go get the Diggler in full effect. Deke. Damn. Let's go. A. J. F yeah.
There it is. I like all of that, man. Yeah, I don't know how far Baltimore is. A couple hours, like 4 hours, right? About 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, about 4 hours, man. So, yeah, man, pull on up, baby. Pull on up and definitely bring Miss Trita, man. Let's get it.
Marcus Murrow, tuning in from the doctor. I met a fellow.
Time out. What's the LLL, by the way?
I don't know.
Long leg, lady lover? I don't know. Long-legged lover? Lady lover? Love? I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I ain't know. But I like it, though. It definitely has, like, periods behind it, though. So I'm like, it means something. Yeah, I don't know.
Got me.
Yeah.
Marcus Murrow says he's tuning in from the doctor. I met a fellow Steeler fan named Mick in Putkana. We bonded over being fans of the pod. Shout out to Mick and you guys. Here we go.
Let's go.
That's pretty dope.
That is hard right there. Shout out to Putkana. Shout out to the Dominican Republic. And he might be saying he's in the DR. I think that's what he might be saying. Yeah, because Punta Cana is in DR, so I think that's what he's saying. Tuning in from the DR. I met a fellow Steeler fan named Mick in Punta Cana. That's what I'm thinking.
That makes sense.
But shout out to the DR, shout out to the doctors. In fact, thinking of the doctors, it is October. Wifey did go get her mammogram done today. Ladies, man, make sure y'all taking care of yourselves, man. Being proactive, getting them mammograms, getting them screenings. D'Angelo Williams was just in town. Obviously, I did the interview with him on game day. We talked a little bit about some of the mammogram screening because, he's a big spokesperson in terms of breast cancer awareness, man. And obviously, making sure that the ladies are here for a long, long time. Because obviously all of us want y'all to be here for a long, long time, all right? So please, ladies, take care of yourselves out there, man. But yeah, go out there and get checked out, man. Get the mammograms done, all right? Shout out to your doctor comment, man. Just, see, we always locked in, bro. You knew what I was thinking, Deke. I just couldn't get it out. Yeah, see, shout out to you.
Shout out to the comment.
Man.
Ethan Leach, y'all heard that Saleh was escorted out by security?
Hey, bro, y'all got to stop, man. Was he for real?
Well, and then Hunter Gaming just seconded that with the most recent chat. It says Saleh was escorted out of the facility by security.
What? No way. Why? He's not, man. Oh, I don't know about this one, man. Y'all are playing. Oh, man. Saleh, why would Saleh be bugging out? He's not bugging. He don't need to be escorted out.
They're not joking.
Hey, yo.
NBC
what?
Sports, Bleacher Report, USA Today.
I'm seeing it on all the thing, yo. What? Click on one of the articles real quick, bro. Let's go down the rabbit hole real quick. Was it peaceful? Was it peaceful walk away? Or did they, treat him like Fresh Prince? You out of here. Yo, we need to know. We need answers, man. Dang, Saleh? No.
There's no more added details.
Come on, Saleh. That's a bit much, man. That's a bit much. I'm gonna tell that man, yo, you fired fresh off the flight. And we gonna walk you up out the building. Hey, yo. I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. Saleh do look like he knows something though. Like, yo, don't play with that, man. Like, Mike, bald headed, run the stairs and they run the stadium. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, man. Watch out for that one, man. Watch out for him. So you know what? Proceed with caution. Maybe that's what it was. They say, yo, just bring the group just in case. Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem excessive.
Afraid K, yo, you ain't lying. I know you probably ain't. Have you seen 300?
I have, yeah.
Let's go.
I have.
They said Saleh looked like Xerxes, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, just bronze him up or, gold him up a little bit, but I can see that. I see similarities. Yeah. She shot the Freight K.
Yeah, and I guess Rodgers kind of looks like the main character, right?
Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
The beard, the hair.
You see what's going on here, man? You see what's going on here?
Had to boot him out.
Hey, God.
Yeah, because those groups were against each other, right?
They were, yeah.
From what I remember. I hadn't seen it in a while.
Is Sparta, and he kicks the dude in the hole.
Yeah.
Then after that, they and it was the little deformed joint that set them all up. Otherwise, man, they get up out of there. Hey, little hater, man. It's always a hater. It's always a hater in every group, man. Don't be the hater. That's what they say. Don't be the hater.
Mike Hood says, I normally don't get worried, but I'm definitely concerned about all the injuries that are piling up. Next man up works if you have the talent behind, but we are getting really thin at outside linebacker. Maybe use E-Rob.
Yeah, I would agree.
Peyton Wilson
coming
from the edge.
So we have some guys that we could move around. The only problem is the more guys you move around, the more potential issues you create. For a couple of things. Number one, we're talking about Landon Roberts or Peyton Wilson playing outside linebacker this week. Are they capable? Yes. Is this their natural position? No. Are you going to take away from their preparation at inside linebacker? Yes. So with that, you are taking away some of the things that are going to make them their best player, their best selves on Sunday by having them moonlight at another position where they might even spend some meeting room time over there. Either way, one way or the other, something is going to give from a preparation standpoint. And that's the stuff that now what we've taken for granted in the sense of run fits. Now that type of stuff potentially becomes an issue because, hey, you're not seeing every single rep because what? You got to get some outside linebacker reps. Speaking from experience. The other thing that I would say is I think that both of those guys could have success at outside linebacker, but I do think that it's still going to be a challenge for them. Now, the flip side is I kind of think of it as, man, if my inside linebackers are going to be viewed as a strength, I don't want to weaken that to try to mitigate this position over here. I would much rather, like I said, sign somebody, go with the rotation of Loudermilk, Moon, Windman, and tell TJ, Cam, and Larry O, hey, bro, y'all got to step it up this week. You know you're going to get double teamed. You know the slide protection's coming here. The way that we're going to offset it, Cam, you're always aligned opposite of TJ. So if they slide that protection to TJ, you are guaranteed to get a one-on-one. And I'm telling that outside linebacker, whoever he is, bro, you don't get to come inside at all. You run outside every single time because I can't have that tackle coming down and helping his guard. But we're going to get that one-on-one. And I'm saying, Cam, bro, you got the new money, right? You got to cook this guy every single time they drop back, man. Unless they go max protection, and then I'm saying, hey, back end, y'all got to hold up on this max protect. But if they
see Chris Jones do it multiple
you
times
catch what I'm
last
saying?
night, it was
you
insane.
Catch what I'm saying, bro? So
Yeah.
like that's my energy, man. You got to get the one-on-one. You got to kill them every time though, because they're gonna slide to TJ. They're gonna have to tighten on TJ. So that's kind of how you can manufacture one-on-ones. But from there, it's gonna be up to those dudes. That's kind of how I would rather do it versus taking one of my insides or both of those guys and having them rotate some of their time over there.
AJ Martinez says, Rodgers is a punk, and I would say it to his face.
Okay.
Ben accidentally gave him his one Super Bowl. He says Rodgers needs to hang with Diddy with mayonnaise. Yuck.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, I don't want that. No Diddy. No pun intended. But yeah, no, none of that. Yeah, and I don't even want to know about the mayonnaise. I thought it was baby oil. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I'm scared. Shout out to AJ, bro. Just shout out to AJ, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should advise anyone to do that.
I was like, yo,
I know you don't like Rodgers, but
that's a lot.
You shouldn't be. Yeah, come on, man.
Bro.
That's messed up.
Have you heard the you see how they talk about the tape? I don't need that. It's a tape or tapes. Just that's what they call the freak offs.
Don't be wishing that on anyone. Come on.
That's wild.
That's messed up, man.
That is very wild, man. That is wild. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's very wild. Okay, it's too wild for, I guess, our congregation over here. We will keep it like that. All right, yeah.
Greg Yeager says these slow offensive starts are egregiously hard to ignore, considering the OC and QB changes over the years.
Fair enough. The thing that Coach Tomlin did address, because I forgot how the question was prompted, but he talked about how at times some of these slow offensive starts in games, especially this year, have been due to the constant shifting of offensive line groups. He's like, the amount of combinations they've had to use already has played a role or played a factor into the slower starts, because you're trying to figure out who is capable of what, and those guys are trying to figure out their rhythm and their routines. And he's like, he didn't specifically say context, but I'm paraphrasing, but essentially he was like, it's context to the situation, but they're not going to use it as a crutch. They're not going to use it to, in his words, seek comfort, obviously. But that is part of, what he did say specifically about this year and some of the slow offensive starts that have been taking place, because we have seen how our offenses do get better as the game progresses on. But I do agree, man. I would like faster starts, but that is a challenge, man, when you have multiple moving pieces. And I mean, even thinking about what our running back room is going to look like again this week, you potentially got another week of multiple moving pieces, man. So with offense, it's a lot more everybody having to be on the same page. Whereas defensively, TJ Watt can make that back end look great. They don't even have to talk, because he can just go out here and win his one-on-one. And vice versa, Minkah Fitzpatrick can save you as a pass rusher, because he can go and get a pick, or he can make that quarterback have to hold that ball a couple of times, right? Whereas on offense, it's like, man, all them dudes got to work together, man. If they're not all in sync, one person can't be that outside of the quarterback, because he has the ball in his hands. It's like outside of him, like everybody, like the O-line, they got to be in sync together. The routes have to be in unison with the quarterback's drop. If the QB dropping 3-step, but you running a 10-yard dig, it's like, man, that ain't gonna work. And vice versa, if you 5-step dropping and I'm running a 3-yard stop route, you like, hey, man, what we doing here? So it's a lot more of that offensively. So when you have multiple people of varying skill, experience being out there together, that's going to contribute to some of that, man.
Sean May follows up and says MT is offensive cancer. Just be honest.
I wouldn't agree with that, but I think if you're trying to find a reason to make you feel better about why we can't understand the lack of offensive success, then sure, I can definitely see that approach right there. But I personally don't agree with that. Nah. We did miss one too. Vagabond Abstract. Shout out to Vagabond Abstract. He says, made the drive from Virginia for my birthday. Shout out to VA. Pretty sure I'm the reason we lost. Steelers 0-3 when I'm in attendance, with the crying emoji. There you go. I don't think you do bad luck like that, man. Not at all. Not at all, man.
No more games for you.
Yeah. No. You can come back. No. You're definitely invited. I do hope that next time we have a little bit better success. You got to come to a different game, man. Come to like a layup game, or maybe come to like a challenging game.
No, don't go to a layup game.
Don't go to a layup game, because it'd be a timely game. You're right. Go to a difficult game. All right. When Baltimore comes into town, come to Baltimore game. Come to that game.
I like that.
Yeah, come to that game. Come to Cincinnati. When the Bengals come, Joe Burrow. Oh yeah, definitely come for that one. All right, because that could be the decider. That could definitely change his eyes. He's coming to layup games, I think, bro, and they turn into timely games.
Yeah, I get these were two big brands and everything, but
he might have came to the Cardinals game last year.
I felt like there was no reason why we should have lost on Sunday night.
I'm with you.
I considered it kind of a layup game.
Vagabond Abstract, tell us the other two games that you came to. If he say Cardinals and Patriots last year, bro, I'm just like, oh, it's over. I get it. It's over. Yeah. Let us know, though. Let us know. And Chad and Amber Austin, shout out to you, Chad, man. That's the homie from Harrisonburg, Virginia, man. One of my gym, you know what I mean, in the JMU areas out there, man. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being on with us today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Joe Garbus, Steelers win 9-3. I know Art doesn't trust Fields, but we need wide receiver screens to GP and more heart from the O-line. Moats, I know it's early, but I need heart from this team.
Now, I'm with you. If we talking about needing heart, needing effort, and all that other stuff, I just don't think that pertains to this offensive line. Based off of what I see, I think that those guys do play with a ton of effort. They do play with a ton of heart.
I think there's only one player we're talking about lack of heart. Who are we going to point to on defense? Who are we pointing to on offense? Not Fields, not Najee, not Calvin Austin, not Van Jefferson.
Talking deep because I'm like, Joe.
Freiermuth, Darnell, like you said, the O-line.
I'm like, Joe, don't do that to me today, Joe. Please don't do that to me today,
Who on defense isn't trying?
Joe, don't you do that to me today, Joe. Because we cut on that tape, Deke. I'm sitting with wifey. I'm like, yo, wifey, just you tell me. You watch this player, and then watch this player. You tell me who ain't work on. You tell me who to what. Hey, don't do me like that, man. Please don't do me like that, man. O-line is the last of my concerns right now in terms of heart, in terms of effort. I'm just throwing it out there, baby. Yeah. Now, if we go to talk execution, I think that's different. I think with those guys up front, you're dealing with certain skill levels. When you talk about a guy like Mason McCormick, he's young. He does still have talent, but there is some inconsistencies. Even with Zach. I mean, Zach is playing out of his mind these first 5 games, but even with him, it's still certain parts where it's like, yo, this is what happens with younger guys out there. With Broderick has some moments where he looks really good, but then there's some moments where still technique-wise, we want a little bit better execution, a little bit more detail in his work. But I think that's a very different critique than them not having heart or them not, showing the most effort or passion on the football field. I don't think that that's their case. With the wide receiver screens, honestly, if you look, some of our screen plays, it's actually the wide receivers that are getting beat at times. Now, some of it, and you remember we talked about this on Monday, you have Calvin Austin having to be the point of attack blocker. But the one thing that I would say is he has effort, but it's like a little chihuahua at times. Like, he's fighting like a son of a gun until that big boy DB say, yo, get up out of here. And it's like, yo, what you going to do? But the flip side is when you cut the tape on and you look at some of our other receivers go to block.
Well, this is another reason why Roman Wilson should be out there, because he did a lot of blocking at Michigan. I get there's a difference between college and the pros, but I would like to think he'd be at least better than Calvin Austin.
I'd hope, but Calvin has effort.
And another reason why
effort, but why is he out? He's out.
I admitted my mistake of not wanting to sign Juju. Because Juju would definitely be better than all these guys at blocking.
I would agree. But, I mean, we know how it goes, man. Now we're seeing a healthy Juju while we're going through a little bit of a slump, so we get it.
I thought Pickens would be more mature.
Right. It was a lot of other variables at play, man. And we also didn't know that Juju would look healthy because prior to yesterday, up in New England, he predominantly hadn't been healthy.
Yeah. Remix _ says Russell Wilson on my milk carton. Syracuse over Pitt.
Ooh, y'all got this week? Y'all got UVA this week, right?
I think we got Syracuse at some point. No, we got Cal this week.
Oh, Cal this week. Okay, yeah.
I disagree with that statement.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
Pitt's 5-0.
We saw y'all boys out there today. Y'all kickers and punters.
We got a good kicker.
Yeah, they were in the stadium.
We got a really good kicker.
They was all like fully dressed. I was like, all right, y'all early out there on a Tuesday, man.
I think we play Syracuse later in the year. Yeah, I'll get to that game when I get to that game.
Yeah,
not worried about Syracuse right now.
He said in 2 weeks.
Okay, in 2 weeks. I think that's away. Is that away? If not, I wouldn't mind going to that game.
That'd be a vibe, man.
Yeah. Hunter Gaming. Saleh was escorted out the... Oh, yeah, I already read that.
And that was Hunter's 20th overall super chat, man. We definitely appreciate you for that, man. Rocking with the show the way that you do, baby. Salute you.
Greg Yeager, our wide receiver 1 and RB1 have 0 touchdowns through 5 games.
Yeah. That's an issue. Now, wide receiver 1 could have had a touchdown, though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there another one he could have had?
I don't know off the top
Maybe.
of my head, but I know for certain it was
There's
at least
definitely one
It was
against
at
the
least
Colts.
one. Yep. Definitely got one. Yeah.
Devon Hebert gave us a couple bucks.
Shout out to Devon, man, showing a little love. We do appreciate you, baby.
Corey Hewins, Saleh had on a Lebanese flag on his uniform.
Was that what that flag was? I saw it on his they're talking about in the London game on his sleeve. He's
Yeah,
not the only coach
I think
I've
Arthur
seen.
Smith's got something on his
Okay,
too.
yeah.
Just to kind of give a salute to your roots, your heritage.
That's what that was. I didn't know what it was for.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what Arthur Smith's flag is.
Lebanese?
Yeah, so if Hewins is correct, then
Oh,
yeah.
Jay Moose says he's from Lebanese descent. All right, shout out.
And I think that
Yeah,
has
Hannibal
something
09
to
said the
do
same
with
thing. Okay.
Persia, like the Persian Empire, which would go hand in hand with 300
then.
Xerxes. There you go. Yeah, connecting the dots.
There it is. Shout out to Robert Saleh. Shout out to the Lebanese then, man. All right.
Pete the Penguin's Ghost. It was nice seeing you at the game, Moats.
Facts.
I had a hell of a party on Sunday back to
Hey.
the basement.
Big facts, bro. It's a picture with me. I did get a chance to meet Pete the Penguin.
Really?
It was a vibe. It was this big, like, stuffed animal. It was a lady that brought him over.
Are you serious?
I promise you. And crazy, Jeff Reed, actually, his signature was on the belly of Pete the Penguin.
Really?
Yes, dude. Man, let me pull up this pic, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man. The lady, I was like, yo, I'm doing the interview, and I was low-key distracted when she pulled up. Right here, Deke. Yeah, man. I was
He's
like,
got
all
the
right.
7 jersey on.
You see it? I'm going to hold it up close to the camera. Y'all might can see this, man. Shout out to Pete the Penguin, all right? Shout out to Pete the Penguin. But, yeah, man, I met the homie. He was pretty cool. It was a vibe. He ain't say much. It was cool, though.
Yeah, I guess he can't. AJ Martinez.
Bro, the fact that Pete the Penguin is really, like, a part of the show, like how we be talking now.
Yeah.
It's craziness, man.
I watched that Penguins
It's
documentary
crazy.
one night.
I was like, yo,
I still got to finish that documentary. I think I made it like 20, 30 minutes in before I fell asleep. But
Jeez.
yeah, that first part of it was interesting. Yeah, it was about Pete the Penguin and Penguins becoming a franchise.
Jeez.
Interesting stuff. AJ Martinez says, I will wear an AJ Martinez shirt. Looking for all of you. Jets former coach going Marvin Hagler on Rodgers. 7 should have kicked him in the balls.
Sheesh. There's no way he would Marvin Hagler or Rodgers, bro. There's no way he went on there was going to town like that, man. I just can't believe, man, when he went to give him that hug in that game, that thing looked so awkward. It's like, just
Right.
make it look more kumbaya-y, please.
AJ also says, I apologize to Rita for moving to Baltimore. She did live near the Three Rivers in the 90s. She said Steeler fans are great.
There it
She's
is.
a KC fan,
Ew.
but I'll convert her.
Hey, there it is. Keep doing the Lord's work, baby. Convert her. All right, you got to convert her. Can't have that.
Tito Good Vibes says, what's up, Moats and Deke? Shout out to the GOATs in the chat and Steeler Nation. Work never stops.
Hey, shout out to you, though, man, because you stay rocking with us heavy, man. Whether it's on this channel or on the sneaker channel, kicking it with Moats, man, you always show love, Tito, man. So keep stacking that paper, doing what you do, man, all right? But we do appreciate you. And then T-Star F also had a super that came in. He says, we lose when Deke considers the game a layup. Hashtag jinx. What you got to say for yourself, Deke?
Yeah, I could see it. I could see why he thinks that. I remember there was one game I predicted the Steelers to beat the Bengals 31-0 on Monday Night Football. And we got smoked, and I had to shave an eyebrow. There was that. There was the stretch of games last year against, Cardinals, Patriots. This year so far, in the 2 games I thought we were going to definitely win, we've lost. So I get it. I mean, there's probably some games where I predict a solid win that we win, but
On occasion.
those go unnoticed. No one wants to talk about this.
Yeah. You know how
I
it
see
is,
where he's
man.
coming from, though.
What Drake say? They scream out my failures and whisper my accomplishments. That's what Drizzy said. So I get it, man.
I mean, can I get
get it.
credit for? I think at one point in Ben's final year, we were sitting at like 1-3 or 1-4, and I predicted 7 was going to rally the troops. We were going to have a little comeback run
There it
here
is.
and make the playoffs. Can I get some credit for that?
There it is. There it is.
Like that, I think that's a pretty good
see
take.
how it is, bro?
That was a bold take at the time too. Everyone was
see
trying
how
to
it
run
is, man?
7 out of town.
You see how it is, man?
I said, do you guys understand who we got at quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
And you're taking this man for granted. What,
Craziness, bro.
let him cook.
Craziness. Hey, time out. Shout out to Dog. Shout out to the homie Dobbs, though. Do you see his commercial, man? That's how you know you officially made it, man. He has a Progressive commercial now.
Wow.
No longer Baker. Shout out to Josh Dobbs, bro. Shout out to Josh Dobbs, man. Y'all showed love to Josh Dobbs in that Progressive commercial,
Good for him.
man. If y'all be digging when y'all see some of the homies, some of the former Steelers on commercials, because Debo also used to have one of them as well. Y'all hit that like button one time for the coach and subscribe to the channel if you new. All right? But, yo, I like it, bro. Shout out to Dobbs, man. Big time.
Ahmad Javed, for the first time chatter, long time viewer, love the podcast. Thoughts on Steelers bringing in Saleh?
He must see you missed the early part. I'm already on it. I'm like, hey, bro, what's up?
Like, not we're
What's
talking
up?
we're talking for this week
Hey,
or
what's
next
up?
week.
It don't even matter.
Yeah,
What's
I don't
up?
care.
Get
He
him
could
in
be on the
building, man.
staff.
Get him in the building. What's
I'm
up?
fine
man?
with that. Sure.
If they had to escort that man out, I like his energy already. Bring that man in. He could coach on my defense. All right, he can coach on my defense.
That's fine. I'm
Coaching my
completely
defense,
good with that. Sure.
It is.
I don't know if he'd want to do that, but
I don't know
sure.
because I think his credit is different than Flores' credit. Flores is coming off of like the, yo, you suing your boss / the league, you saying that they was trying to have you tanking and all this other stuff. So it was like
I think Flores was
it
proven
a little
right.
messy. I would agree.
Right? Wasn't it kind of like proven?
It did. They definitely did. But I just think that it was like very messy. Whereas with Saleh, this just looks like they chose the quarterback over you. Like, we get it because it's Rodgers, but they chose him over you. That's kind of like how I perceive this. I don't know if other teams don't have an interest in him, or if other teams are going to look at him as a DC and say, hey, man, we would love to have you in the building, kind of like with Brian Flores after he came here for that season.
You think Saleh would be a hotter commodity? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, with Flores just had more negative around him, so that's why I think we were able to get that deal done as smoothly as we did without having to break the bank, whereas I think for Saleh, the same way you look at Flores getting, was it $3-4 million to go to Minnesota? I think we would have to get ready to spend just a little bit, but I think he's worth it personally. That's all. So
maybe for the off season though, not in
agree.
season.
Yeah, if it's off season, I'm all for doing that. If it's in season,
I'm saying to pay him that amount of money. Like, I don't know what it would take to get him in right now though.
It
might just be like $1 million or something. Just be the assistant.
And a call from Coach T, because it is Coach T. And regardless of how you might feel about yourself, man, when you get that first unemployment situation, you be thirsty for the next opportunity. You don't care. You be like, bro, I'll be over there, man. I don't want to sit right now. It don't feel good sitting. And so that's fair, man.
All right, we're at 2:42.
That is actually perfect because the homie just texted me, TG. So I text everybody else at 3 o'clock. I text him 2:30. He never texted me back until 2:40. So everything worked out well. We're gonna go ahead and call him up. All right.
Sure.
So yeah, that's what we'll go ahead and do. I remember why I texted him about 2:30 because it was like I got the yoga thing. So you know what I mean. So we went a little bit earlier today. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You just thought it was gonna be earlier.
I just thought it was. He never texted me back, and then he just texted me a couple minutes ago. Talking about, y'all ready?
Man.
Like, TG, what, bro? Come on, man. See, this is like I said, man. TG, he ain't all the way AB-ish, but you know, he AB me on occasion, bro. I'm just throwing that out there, man. Y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all know what time it is, man. We about to call up the homie. Let's call him up. Probably would hope too if I hit the little phone, but all right, good, man. Anything.
You can hear me? You can hear me now? You can hear me?
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Yo.
You can hear me? I can hear you. You can hear me?
Hold on, we're gonna get you right real quick. Hold on. Talk to me.
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Oh, I hear a little bit of you. Hold on.
You can hear me? Where's my phone? Where's me?
Yo. Say something back to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's y'all.
Like a lot.
All right, there we go. Yo, you got me?
Yeah, I got you. You can hear me? Yeah.
Mic check.
About to say, I
Mike
got you.
Mike check.
He is coming in loud though. Yo.
I can't hear him now.
I don't hear him at
Yeah.
all though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yo, just keep talking real quick, bro. We having a little audio situation. Oh, all right.
Okay.
I think I got you.
Yeah,
I got you?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
There we go. We almost. Deke, I think I've identified what the issue was too,
Is
bro.
it the cord?
Yeah.
It's the cord. I think we figured it out. I think we have officially figured out what the issue is. All right, so we're going to hit him just like this. Yo, you got me over there?
I got you here.
Yo, that's definitely it. It's definitely the cord. All right.
Do we just have him in on Thursday?
That's what I'm about to do. Yeah. All right. Look, I'm gonna hit you back. Yeah. That's definitely the situation. All right. Shout out to the snafu on 2. That's for certain. What's going on, though, bro? All right.
Identified the issue.
We've identified said issue. We're having ox issues. That makes perfect sense, though. All right, so we've learned something new.
Yeah, you able to hit that button?
Oh, yeah, good call. Heck yeah. All right. Oh, man, let me think. Do I got another? Trying to think. All right. Oh, D.
Okay.
That's what it is.
It was bent.
All right, guys. The call with the homie TG has been called on account of faulty equipment, man. Yeah, we're a little bent.
Yeah, 'cause
we got a little curve, bro.
It was a little off last time.
Yeah, we got a little curve, man. We got a little curve.
But I guess, it hit a breaking point here.
All right. Dang. That's just great. That's crazy. All right. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. Deke, this joint really broke. Son.
Well, it's actually crazy. It worked last time. Man. Like we actually got through the last TG interview with that.
What?
It was definitely jacked up last time.
Cause you remember when you was talking, like you was like, yo, I can't hear, and I'm like, yo, I
Yeah.
can't hear anything. I'm cranking it up. You like, bro, it's hurting my ears. It's
Yeah,
too
but
loud.
now it's too loud. Yeah.
That's crazy, yo. Dang on. All right. Well, there we have it. And then they said that was kind of loud. Oh, from their side. Okay. I can see that, I suppose, too, then. Okay. All right, man. I guess we gotta go to get a new cord, man. Let me text TG real quick because he about to freak out. He probably like, yo, man, I'm out of trouble. What's going on, man?
Yeah, it's his phone. Does he need another new phone?
Yeah.
Because Barboschiato says, what's TG's P.O. box? He wants to send him a new phone. This one isn't on TG, though.
No. TG's in the clear this time, guys. It ain't TG this time, man.
Yeah. Hey, that thing lasted a good time, like a long time, though, right?
Bro, we've had that.
Yeah, that's
for
worked
years,
for us. Yeah.
years. And I know I used it with you from the jump, and then I know I use it at times even when I do some of the Steelers radio stuff. So it's got
Rest in
some
peace.
years. Yeah, man. Hey,
It
yo.
was a good run.
R.I.P. to the splitter. All right. R.I.P. man. This thing lasted a while, man. You think about some of the awesome interviews that have taken place, Deke, on the show with this splitter right here, bro. We done talked to some Hall of Famers with this. We done talked to some Super Bowl champions with this. Some Super Bowl MVPs with this. We done talked to some active guys with it. Deke, we done talked to a lot of people with this, man.
Yeah.
Talked to a lot.
TG.
TG. We probably talked to TG the most with this. This
Can't
is crazy,
forget TG.
man. How do I say goodbye to this super cool audio splitter? The good times. Come on, man. Like, dang, Deke. Such is life, man. Moment of X concepts. Yeah, he right, bro. He said moment of silence, bro. Yo, yeah, I'm sorry. Yo, Noah said his TV almost blew up. I didn't realize how loud it got, bro. But that was on me because I was definitely turning that thing, man. My bad.
Yeah, it was loud for like a second or two on my end.
Dang,
was really loud,
man.
yeah.
Tom J, he blaming Lizzo. Oh man, Rich homie Ryder says y'all owe me a new phone. My speaker's busted. This is not on me, man. We got an R.I.P. man. R.I.P. All right. X Concept said give it a moment of silence for one of the founding members of the show. A key contributor, man. Key contributor right here, man.
Yeah.
All right. So moment of silence for the splitter. Shout out to the splitter, bro. Shout out, bro. All right, I'm gonna finish sending this text to TG. There you go. That's
On a positive note, Pete the Penguins Ghost has joined the upper room.
shout out to Pete the Penguins Ghost joining the upper room, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Jeez Louise, man. Oh, bro, did that really happen? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is actually crazy. And that kills both of my pivots, too, because I said, man, if TG never texts me back, I was like, worst case, we just gonna open the phone lines up. Well, I guess we can't do that one, Deke. Yeah, and then TG did text, but yeah, we clearly ain't talking to him. All right. Fair enough. Let's try something real quick. Oh, you know what? We still got to get ready to do Coach T. So let's get.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, let's get to Coach T,
we
man. We'll go right to that
press conference.
Yeah, let's go right to that, man. But yeah, Nehemiah, RP to the splitter, man. RP to the splitter. Jeez Louise. All right. Well, we did have the boss man speak once again, man. His week 6 press conference. He does it each and every week. So pretty vibed out, pretty cool. But with that being this, yes, still Nation on fire. I do got to split some of this money down. We're going to get us a new splitter, all right? It's going to work good, too. All right, it's be the best splitter in the business, Deke. Best splitter in the business, all right? But,
buy a backup one, too.
For certain. See, we've learned. You learn through some of your adversity. So I guarantee you're not going to find another scenario where we not going to have a backup splitter on hand, bro. We got backup Zooms on hand.
Yeah.
We got backup Zoom cord to connect to the on here. We got everything back. We even low key got backup microphones if we ever needed it, bro. We got everything backed up except that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, we learned our lesson though, D. We learned today. We're gonna be better tomorrow than we were today. All right. That's how we get better, man. All right.
So now to Tomlin.
Yes. Shout out to. I was like, what was we talking about again? Yeah, but Coach T, he did get a chance to speak today. Where would you like to start? Would you want to go with the elephant in the room, GP, or do you want to talk about this quarterback situation, or do you want to talk about the GP. Health situation? You said QB or GP?
GP.
All right. They said load management is what they saying, man. Do we have the official? Let's pull up his official because I want to misquote him.
Yeah, let me try to find him. I listened to the whole press conference, though, so I think I could paraphrase.
Okay.
Whatever you want to know. Pretty good.
Because I'm about to say, I got the quotes. Yeah.
You have them?
Some trying to make sure I have every single. I mean,
all right, I'm pulling up as many articles as possible.
Yeah, I was about to say,
here.
I think I have.
Because there was probably about 4 or 5 different questions.
Saying, yeah. It's
regarding
not like,
Pickens.
It's not linear. It's like kind of chopped up. But
all right, here. Let's go with Brooke Pryor's article on ESPN here. Tomlin explained Pickens' workload reduction as a part of snap management. He says, I didn't have any outlying issue with his effort. As I mentioned after the game, that's just a snap management thing and an effort to be more productive in today's game regarding analytics. We do it across a lot of positions, particularly when you look at the totality of a 17-game schedule. I'd imagine Cam Hayward, for example, is playing less snaps than he has, just trying to grow.
Don't you do that, coach.
And trying to get optimum productivity among some individuals and going about the best means of doing so. And it's hard even just trying to read through this quote. I'm just getting a lot of Tomlin verbiage here and how he says things. It's tough to read.
My man really brought up
best means of doing so. Bro. And that's probably a reflection of the snap totality of last week.
Is that right? I mean, I personally feel like GP participation in load management and Cam Hayward's participation in load management, I don't think that those two should ever be the same, personally.
Here's more. Most players, particularly in today's game, that have specialized skill sets that play positions like receiver, they don't play every down. They're like rushmen. They don't play every down because you need them in significant moments. You need them at the back half of the season. You need them in the second half of football games and those weighty downs. And so it's really just the 2024 discussion regarding load management. Can I pull up Justin Jefferson's
I was about to say,
snap percentage?
I swear Justin Jefferson be out there a lot. Run, play, pass, play, decoy. He be out there a lot. Garrett Wilson out there a lot.
Remember I mentioned A.J. Brown last podcast? So I did a double check on his snap counts when he was down in Tennessee because that's kind of like a little bit of an apple-to-apples comparison.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith was the OC down there. Arthur
I would
Smith's
also
the OC
say,
up here.
maybe Ridley in Atlanta as well.
He was getting like 80% pretty much. Outside of games, there was like you could see it was a blowout.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 80%.
Yep.
Let's see Justin Jefferson.
Because he said it's 2024 too, so let's give him apples.
If there's any guy you want to say for the back half of the season or
It's
weighty
him, right?
moments,
It's
right?
Justin.
Justin Jefferson.
It's Justin. Yeah. Yep. What's
So
his snap participation looking like?
All right. So outside of the game, wasn't he hurt? Didn't he get hurt week
He got
2?
yes.
So outside
he had a
of
little-
that game, and then that was 70%.
Because he got hurt in the third. It was like third or fourth quarter.
And that was after he had the big touchdown, right? 133 yards and a touchdown that game.
Yeah.
Outside of that, then that was 70%. Week 1, 84%. Week 3, 90%. Week 4, 90%. Week 5, 95%.
Yeah. Pull up Tyreek. Maybe his situation is different with the quarterback situation going on, but we know Tua was there for the first 3 games.
This season, or do
Yeah.
we want last season?
This is good last because he had Tua the whole time.
Well, let's see even this season, like you said, even with the quarterback change.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
All right, so he's in the 70s.
Okay.
75, 73, 79.
Okay. Because he's like a true speed, like Ferrari type of guy.
Yeah. Okay, but still,
He's like
that's
today's Deshaun Jackson.
that's still
Like a higher end version, but he's like that.
20 more percent
Yeah.
than Pickens right there.
And way more proven, too.
Right.
If we talk about saving guys.
All right, so last year, 75 is probably fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
70-ish.
Okay.
That's probably the average of all of it.
What was Diggs in Buffalo last year?
Okay.
Because that's another, like, I think of, like, if you're the marquee guy and you're the main guy there, like how we view GP here, he's the main guy.
Sure.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of all those type of guys, man.
So those last 5-6 weeks, it was dropping down.
Well, clearly something was going on, as we saw. Yeah.
That was more like 60%, 65%,
Yeah.
but like it's looking like mid 80s to 90%
Yeah.
is the
When everything
majority
was
of
good. Yeah.
Stephon Diggs' weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a 3-week stretch where it's 46%, 60%, 65, but everything else is like between 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was
So are
thinking.
you buying Tomlin's reason for Pickens not being out there as much as usual?
If when I watch the first quarter, the effort looked different, then yes. But because the effort in the first quarter looked questionable at times, I think there's something going on. I think there's a little smoke. I don't know one way or the other, but just based off of the information that we've seen, the action surrounding it, the communication around it, like I don't know. It just doesn't add up personally.
So, in regards to the stuff outside of the snap counts, like the eye black and the pulling the Cowboys dude's helmet,
Yeah.
Tomlin said he hadn't seen the message on Pickens' eye black, and then he has addressed Pickens' behavior, but behind closed doors.
No, respect.
So he hadn't had a chance to talk about Pickens' eye black to Pickens, but he did talk about the helmet
face
stuff.
mask. Okay. Well,
He
that's
said
good, at
it's
least.
certainly things that I'm open to addressing and will and do. I just don't detail in settings like this because it's business between he and I. In terms of his growth and development as a player and as a man, I just don't think it aids that growth and development to address it in open settings such as this regarding his behavior. I'm aware of that, and obviously that has been and will continue to be addressed.
Yeah, so he's probably pissed off now. Yep. but he's not going to do it publicly, which we do respect as players. And that's part of what keeps the drama down and keeps the respect where it needs to be. Versus we've talked about how other coaches will go public and kind of throw players under the bus. And, I mean, that's a quick way to lose your team, lose your locker room, man. So, shout out to Coach T for that. But, yeah, I feel like he's definitely putting the shield up for him, whatever is going on behind closed doors.
How many more times is it going to happen? Now, here's the thing with the snap management stuff. How are you going to explain to reporters once you do have Pickens playing 90% of the snaps?
Thank you. Now we don't care about it, right? Yeah. Now we're just snap management, right?
It's just the worst excuse I've ever heard.
Right. The dude is in his third year in the league. It's not like he's a 10, 12-year vet we talking about,
no history of injuries.
Like, what? When you said load match, I'm like, yo,
I think the way better explanation would just be like, it was a matchup-based thing for this week.
You could have said that.
That would have been so easy. We just wanted to go heavier personnel.
Yeah, we felt like these guys block a little bit better on the perimeter. Yeah, bro. I'm not hearing load management. Pickens is that nice that who cares about load management, man? Run till your tongue hanging out. I don't care. Get back out there, bro. Like, nah.
Because someone followed up and asked about, like, why Tomlin's bringing up Hayward as the comparison, given that Hayward is like 35 and stuff. Like, but Tomlin was like, "Oh, we do it with other positions." Then he brought up linebacker, and he was like, "We divvy up the workload between Landon Roberts and Peyton Wilson." But that's a whole different scenario. Whole different scenario. So.
We are not taking E-Rob off the field to save E-Rob's body at the end of the what? Hey, Peyton Wilson, load management this man, bro. Hey, we ain't gonna let you out there just yet. All right, man, y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta chill, man.
Yeah, I don't believe the load management or snap management stuff for a second.
Shout out to Coach T, man. Shout out to Coach T, bro. I like load management, bro. Deke, do you need any load management? Are you good, man? I ain't know, man. We checking out load management, man. You good on your load management, man? I might need me a load management this week.
You need a day off? We need to go to 2 days?
I'm just saying, bro, I might need some load management, man. Just that way I'm better in November, December. All right, Deke? I don't want to strain anything now. All right? This is crazy. Load management. I like it. It's 2024. That's what he said. It's new. It's a new concept.
In fact, week 4, Pickens was out there 86% of the time.
Week before that, what did he say?
70s, so 74%, 77%, and 68%. Last week, 59%.
Interesting. Yeah.
No matter what way you spin it, it's not good, because if you mean to tell me, because if you want to just take the truthful approach of saying like, yeah, Pickens can't be out there for running stuff, then that's a terrible look on Pickens and his effort and just being an all-around good receiver, because Larry Fitzgerald, I mean, did Cardinals ever take him out for run plays because he couldn't block? Right. Any of these other receivers, the Vikings, you even see the Vikings with Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson will block, yeah. Jamar Chase,
he's out there 90% of the time.
Yeah. AB would block. And even if you don't want to block, he'll give you the runoff, where he's going to burst off that line of scrimmage for 10 yards and make you believe he's going. It works the same. It's one or the other, bro.
So if we look at it from that way, that's bad, obviously. But if you look at it from and Tomlin's being serious about this load management, then that's just incompetence as a coaching staff.
I would agree. It's like,
so this is just a bad scenario all around.
Like, Coach,
no matter what way you want to spin this or how you want to angle this.
Coach, I know you're not doing that in year 3. No.
Like, we really got to take Pickens off the field for Calvin Austin or Van Jefferson because of blocking.
This is
stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not good, nor is us taking him off the field for loan management and the prime of his career with no injury history.
Was it? He ain't even been hurt.
Given that Justin Jefferson, the guy who's putting up record stats out with the Vikings and getting a ton of workload, is still out there week in, week out, 90% of the time. He had a quad
injury at one point this year, too.
And he was out there last year without his long-term contract. You're seeing the same thing with Jamar Chase this year.
Yep.
2 dudes that have a legit case for not showing best effort or doing load management type of stuff. We're out there giving it 100%.
Yeah. I would agree, man. That's just crazy, bro. We'll see how it continues to progress. Then I don't know if we should expect load management again this week, or if we should expect them to hit us back with the he gonna get 90% of the snaps and it's gonna be the.
That's what they should do. 90% of the snaps, and then.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what Tomlin could say to that because someone's gonna ask him, "Hey, what's
They're
the
for
deal?
certain gonna ask
I
him,
thought you
bro.
were doing load management."
They are for certain gonna.
I would
ask
love
him,
to
bro.
hear his answer.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't feel like you pigeonhole yourself, but you kind of
Right, you
pigeonhole
should.
yourself. Like,
Well, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't
shouldn't.
run your game plan based off your press conference interviews.
right. And
But it's
that's-
just gonna be a funny answer now.
yeah. Because we'd be like, Coach, you told us load management, man. And then he gonna hit you with something else. Hey, man, sometimes you just gotta ride the high hand, or sometimes, man, just in the heat of a gunfight, you just gotta keep shooting. You're like, what, Coach? All right, chill, man. Load management, I like it, baby. I like it.
So it doesn't sound like Pickens is getting traded though,
Yeah, that's a positive. At least.
because they did ask Tomlin about how he thinks Pickens has been doing with handling as adversity in tough situations, and Tomlin has said he's certainly gotten better. In those instances, no, but largely it has been an improvement in those areas, certainly.
Well, that's good.
Over the 2.5 years Pickens has been here.
I like that.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like we're back to where we were last year.
No, we're not. We're on load management now. This is a new one. I don't think I've ever heard Coach Tomlin reference load management.
Has anyone in football ever referenced load
He said
management?
it's 2024. It's a new concept for the NFL. That's what he told me. That's what he just said. You said it. That's what he said. So that's why I'm glad you put up the
Yes,
quotes. I didn't want to misquote
for
him.
a veteran like Cam Hayward, sure, but I don't think anyone considers that load management. They just say that guy's getting old.
He's a vet day. He's an older guy. We don't call it load management, but load management is different. He's trying to preserve GP's career. He's just proactively
Load
doing
management is a term for the NBA.
Let him proactively load manage GP in year 3. Nothing wrong with that, man. All right. Early year in year 3. 5 games into year 3. Yeah, we got load management.
After him playing 86% of snaps against the Colts and having over 100 yards.
We don't keep it with the Joneses. All right. We zig when they zag. This is a zig. All right. Yeah. There's definitely a zig. I don't know if we're gonna like it in them, but this is zigging. Yep.
Now the quarterback situation.
Yes. Well, we did get some updates about Russ's outlook on participation this week, saying he's supposed to be a full participant tomorrow in practice. Very different from what has been communicated every week since Russ has hurt the calf. So that part I think is very exciting, very optimistic from Russ's perspective, or people from Russ's camp. He did also say, though, that Fields is still going to get the starters reps in practice from a preparation standpoint. So I do like that for Fields, because I do think that he still deserves the opportunity to prepare to be the starter if he's going to dress this week. And with this being the first opportunity for Russ to be a full participant, I just need to make sure that you actually are able to do it today, and then can do it again tomorrow, and then can do it again on Friday, and then when you wake up on Saturday, it still doesn't hurt. And then after that, you're going to be my emergency third quarterback on Sunday, and I'm going to play you next week. That's how I look at it, bro.
Yeah, I think Fields gets another week here.
Yeah, that's definitely how I look at it. And when he communicated that Fields was going to get the starter reps this week, I just was like, oh, yeah, this is break in case of emergency rest this week, but you're next week. Yeah, give me a full week of practice, though, because I need to know that you're not going to wake up on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, or Sunday morning after this full week with this calf popping back up, because we cannot have the offense prepared for you and it's Atlanta all over again. That's not fair to the team. That's not fair to the coordinators. That's definitely not fair to Justin either. So it's like, you got to show that not only is it a skill thing that you deserve to get those reps, but also an availability thing as well that you deserve to get those opportunities. So I like that. And I think for Justin, based off everything we said those first 3 games, we said, man, he deserves, or we felt like he earned the right to have multiple games where he might not look the best.
No, I think week 4 he looked awesome, though.
It looked awesome in spurts, but we still had moments where, yeah, he did have some bad plays. We can't exclude that.
I don't know. I think it was more on everyone else. Pickens fumbling.
We're not saying that he's the only.
I'm talking about Colts game.
I'm talking about the Colts. Did he not
bad
have
penalties in the Colts game?
Did he not have a turnover in the Colts game?
That one was the snap.
The snap?
Yeah.
The Colts game.
Oh yeah. He ran backwards.
Did he not have a turnover in the Colts game?
Sure. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro. So it's like, I'm with you. He did a ton of positive stuff, but up until that point, he hadn't turned the ball over. Up until that point, he had looked good from start to finish in some of these games, and just in that game, he had spurts.
I think he was a lot more better than. I think that was the one hiccup with him because the offense was moving first half, and then he had the huge comeback in the second. That's all. I want to just throw that out
that's
there.
Fair. That's fair.
I think
That's
he was
fair.
really good week 4.
So this will give you a 3-game sample size of when you've had adversity. We'll label it adversity versus good game, bad game, right? Now you've had 2 games with adversity.
Last week was a step back.
Yeah, you've had 2 games where you've had some adversity. It hasn't been as smooth as those first 3 weeks. Here's your final
End results were losses.
Yeah,
I mean, because that's the thing. The winning buys you time.
Right. Because when you were winning, the stats or your production wasn't as robust. We've seen your production increase, but we've also seen the flip side, which is we've lost these 2 games. So now can we find some commonality between your production increasing along with us winning, or is it a situation where one or the other has to give, and now we look to see, okay, maybe it makes sense for Russ to get an opportunity. But I like it for Phils right now. I like them to get this opportunity this week.
Yeah, same. Yeah, as soon as Tomlin said Russ is going to be working with the 2s, I'm like, okay, Fields gets another chance. Yeah. And then the decision's going to be made next Monday, presumably, or Tuesday, whenever Tomlin does the press conference.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm fine with that. Completely fine with that. I think we should be able to win this game with Fields, no matter who the quarterback is, if it's Fields or Russ. But I like that he's going to get another chance.
Yeah.
And if he goes out there and balls out,
make it tough, man. Make that
we're
decision
sitting at 4-2.
as hard as it has to be, man.
Yeah, good problem to have.
Yep. Make that decision as tough as it needs to be.
I'm trying to think about anything else he said that was of note or interest.
Well, I brought up the injuries. He did give some clarification with that because he already had ruled out
basically everyone of importance.
Alex Highsmith,
running backs,
Nick Herbig, Cordell Patterson have all been ruled out, and he said that Jalen Warren, Michael Pruitt, and DeMonte Casey are all doubtful for the game.
So they're out.
And that's on Tuesday. Yeah. So running back is looking like we are going to either roll with the Najee Harris, Aaron Champlin. I'm drawing a blank on my third guy from last week.
Can we sign Dalvin Cook?
You said we did?
No, can we? Can we sign Dalvin Cook?
Yeah,
trade for Banacanda?
Yeah, I mean, we could do any of those.
Can we do the Deke solution there?
Yeah, we could do any of those. We just didn't do them just yet. So, yeah, running
Call up
back
Roman
room,
Wilson,
running
please.
back room is a little weird, and our outside linebacker situation is extra weird with both Highsmith, who's the starter, Herbig, who's the third guy, Liao, who's the rotational guy that goes out there. That's 3 of your 4 edge rushers already ruled out on Tuesday. So, yeah, we gonna want to get that fixed up a little sooner rather than later. Yeah.
My answer for edge rush is bring up Jacoby Windman.
Yeah. You know, I like that. I ain't tripping on that.
I don't really know who to sign. I would like to think Highsmith is going to be good in the next week or 2. I hope.
Which is why I don't think you need to go free agency. Practice squad, if you go that route and scoop him off of somebody else's, he's going to have to be on your active for 3 games at least. So I don't think we want to do that per se. But depending on what her big situation is also. Did he pull it? Was it a tweak? Is this a 1 week, 2 week? Is this a 3 to 4 week? Or is it one of them 6 week joints? Like, what did you do with the hammy? When we talk about the groin with Alex Highsmith, I think now we're looking at, 3 weeks for him now? Now you kind of get in that weird range of once you hit that 4th week, it's like, yo, should we have just IR'd you? Like, hopefully it doesn't get to that, but that's kind of the weird space that we are in with both of those guys, and with the nature of the injuries being soft tissue. It's not like some of the simple, oh, man, he has a contusion, or it was this. It's like, this is stuff that lingers. So.
All right. Anything else?
I mean, that was the big 3. Quarterbacks, GP, and injuries. Unless you had anything that you saw that kind of stood out to you.
No, that was it. That was it. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, he gave us the new one was load management this week.
That's
crazy. That was the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Fields can do with the extra opportunity here.
All right. Shout out then. Shout out. All right. Well, I think we got some supers that might have popped up. Like you said, hey man, we're gonna be a little bit earlier today. We ain't got no phone lines.
Yeah.
We ain't got no guest. I mean, he was available. R.I.P. to the splitter. R.I.P.
Logan H says, got the picture/signature from Russ on Sunday for being the guy with the most money. He was the only one to stop and actually cut it up for a minute. I love Fields, but Russ is a real one.
Hold on. I'm so confused.
I guess he got a pick and a signature from Russ.
He said for being the guy. Oh, he wanted it because he's the guy with the most money. But he actually is a fan of Fields.
No, he's saying...
No, he said he loves Fields, but Russ is a real one also, though.
Yeah, because Russ, even though he's got the most money on the squad, was
still, like,
the only one of the whole team to stop and actually cut it up with
I
Logan
like
H. with the people.
Shout out, bro. Shout out. I like that. I mean, it's Russ. Russ one of them ones, man.
In Fields' defense, he was getting ready for a game.
This is also true. This is definitely true, because you said you was on the way, right? Yeah.
Joe Gerber says, legit, my truck speaker blew. Bro, I'm sad.
No, that definitely sucks there, man. Apologies from the splitter. All right. And I think Hollywood 931 was like, yo, open up the phone lines. Yeah, man. Remember, man, we got, splitter's done. All right. You see it? In the words of a lot of people out there, it was just a tip. Just a tip. Oh, I dropped it now. Okay. Oh, well, next time. We're going to be better next time. I'll tell you that.
Joe Gerbis says, GP is grown, acting like a child. Tomlin needs to spank him.
Man, listen.
I don't think that's the solution.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way Tomlin should go about this.
Have you seen GP in person personally? First off, I don't think that's a smart decision. Deke, you've seen GP in person. You've seen Coach Tomlin in person. I don't think that makes a lot of sense for Coach Tomlin to want to take that approach with a guy like GP anyways. And you know Coach T from the crib. I'm just saying, if we're going to be analytical about it, and I'm going to have to get my analysis, because I'll commentate it now, Deke. We're going to comment. I just don't think I don't like that matchup for my dog. That's all, man. We can talk it out. Sometimes you got to talk it out. Just talk that one out, man. Ain't nothing wrong with talking that one out, baby. Just talk that one out, man. Yeah. We did have one other one that came, unless you had some, yeah.
I'm good.
All right, I'm about to say I didn't like that fight. I don't like the matchup all the way, bro. GPA.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, just leave that one alone, man. Don't do that one. All right. Yo, y'all are funny in the comment section too. I dropped the tip, and now Remix said, Moats, you gotta stop playing with the tip. Noah said just the tip. Like, come on, man. Pittsburgh Tidy talking about tips are overrated. Like, come on, man. Y'all funny. All right, shout out to y'all. See what happens when the splitter goes back? You get this type of content today, man. I like it. All right, but this was from Devon Herbert, and this is 10th super chat. So shout out to you. We definitely appreciate you. He says, we need to get Big Ben 7 on here and talk to him, or even get on his pod somehow. No, salute to that, man. 7 is doing his thing, man. He is back and active and cooking. He said already that he thinks Justin Fields should be the guy, though. That was what
he said it again,
right? Yeah,
he said it again even after the Cowboys game. He said stick with Justin.
That's what he said. Yeah,
he said he didn't get help from receivers, line, and all that stuff. He basically said what we've been saying is like it wasn't Justin's best game, but it wasn't his worst. Either, yeah. He said let it ride with him.
Yeah. I mean, and in a way,
and I think we're going to.
We're about to say in a way we're about to get that.
I think we're going to, and then we'll get, I think, the full sample size of 6 games with Fields. Yeah. And then let our evaluations happen on Monday. And that's going to be a big conversation.
Heck yeah. And listen, it is not going to go away. The conversation is going to keep happening for the next couple of weeks. One way or the other.
Well, because that's the thing.
If they switch the rest, we're still going to have these convos.
Well, yeah, because I don't think it's necessary. If we're 4-2, Fields has a good game against the Raiders, I don't think it's this guarantee that Russ is automatically going to be better than Fields, particularly right away this offense.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think across the board, the longer it goes, if it is Fields or if they switch it to Russ, you're going to naturally have this back and forth because of how both of these, like the cachet that both of these quarterbacks possess. One for what he's currently doing, one for what he's done from a historical standpoint. But I just think when you have both of those guys who still are technically like closer to prime versus being out of their prime, yeah, we're going to deal with this, man. I think it's a good problem, though, especially if the guy who's out there, whichever one it is for the duration, as long as they're playing well each and every week, man, we ain't tripping on this combo.
Well, and I think Fields played a lot better than I thought he would.
Yeah.
He played a lot better than I thought he would. You look at his stats right now. I think he's got like 8 total touchdowns, 1 pick. Yeah. He's played really good. 3-2. I think his best game came in the loss against the Colts with how he came back, the 300 and the 3 touchdowns, 50 rushing and all that. So, if he can get it to 4-2 and play another good game, it does. It makes the conversation that much harder, I think. And if anything, more favorable for Fields to stay out there and keep it going. It's good for him. AJ Martinez says, OMG, just what 55? LOL. GP is scary looking.
Say, man, it was. I dropped it now. Oh, hold on. I think I found it. I got the tip back in my hands, guys. I'm back now. All right. Yeah, that's what happened. All right. Keep your minds out the gutter. All right. Keep your minds out the gutters. Jeez. Joe Gerbis. Oh, no. Never mind. He already said that. Got you.
Hunter Gaming. We got a couple more here. Hunter Gaming says, I passed by the FedEx Hall and missed Moats. Man, but y'all had some fire music playing.
Oh, no, shout out. Yeah. They had a DJ set up, especially for the big games like that. They bring the DJ out, Deke, make us feel real big time. He be over here, hey, guys, hey, in about 5 minutes now, we got Steelers legend on. I be like, yo, I'm just Arthur, all right? You gassing me way harder. They going to think somebody real coming up on this stage and it's just me, and they going to be, let down. But yeah, the DJ be vibing out, though, bro. He be ad-libbing everything. I say, like, yo, chill, man. Yeah. But shout out to the DJ, man. I'm glad y'all like the DJ, all right? Send it upstairs to the comment section. Let them know. Like, yeah, they like that right there. Keep that going.
Johnny Utah, honestly, I felt confident in a win until the rain delay. E-Rob's forced fumble was Troy-like, the best play of the game.
I would agree.
Post-loss depression is real. Talk to a friend.
That is the truth. Or just hop on the podcast with us. We know we have a ton of friends in the chat that hop on with us, a ton of viewers that are currently on with us. While y'all are here, make sure you hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But yeah, Johnny Utah, man, me and Deke, we've been trauma bonding all week, man. Like, we started out on Monday, and we was like, yo, we need to come back in here and talk about it today. We're going to chill tomorrow. Hopefully I'll find a new splitter, and then we'll do it again on Thursday and feel good and, feel confident and hopefully have a better outcome across the weekend for your boy, but specifically on Sunday for the black and gold.
Yeah, I think time is the post-loss depression best friend.
Yeah.
Once you get over Monday, you start thinking about next week's game and how you're going to beat the next opponent. Yeah, I'm already at that point right now. I'm already thinking how we're going to beat the Raiders.
Yep.
Give it like a day.
I would agree. Serious question. Would you say we're on a losing streak right now? Or we just dropped 2 games.
Wow. Where'd you get this from?
I just need to know real quick. Would you say
Who
we're
came
on a
up with
losing
this?
streak or did we just lose 2 games? I just need to know. How would you classify our current situation after the Colts and Cowboys?
We dropped 2.
Oh, okay. I was just checking, man. Yeah, Tom J.
3.
Josh just dropped 2 games. He ain't on no losing streak. You gotta chill out, all right?
No, if he loses to the Jets, that's a streak. If we lose to the Raiders, that's a streak.
Fair enough.
I think 3 games is a streak.
3 games is a streak. All right. So yeah. He just dropped 2 the same way
3
we
plus.
just dropped 2.
3 plus is a streak.
All right, just need some clarification on that, man. I appreciate
We just had a tough 2 games.
Yeah, just been a tough 2 games. That's it, man. Just tough 2 games. That's it. It's tough 2 games, man. Josh just had a tough 2 games. That's all he did, man. All right, just tough 2 weeks. Yeah, he bounced back.
What are the vibes up there in Buffalo? Because this last one was bad. What, 10 for 30? Was
numbers wise, it looked
completion
bad.
percentage.
So numbers wise, it looked bad. Honestly, though, he played well. It was just the situation. More so, two incidents, man. You had a couple of bad drops that could have led to explosive plays. I mean, we had one would have been a touchdown, and then end of half management. I think it's the William and Mary thing, bro, because end of the second quarter.
I saw the end of the game.
End of the fourth quarter, bro. You're looking at the clock situation, and you're just like, bro, what are you doing? That obviously hurt him at the end of the half. Texas was able to get points behind the same situation that, like, you saw at the end of the game where you're like, bro, what are you doing? Just run the ball, man. I get one to be aggressive. 2 plays, all right, cool. That third one, bro, what are we talking about? You got to run this ball. And it was the same thing for the half. You just like, yo. So I think it's a William and Mary thing because Coach Tomlin's William and Mary guy, and one of our big things on him is clock management, situationally protecting the time, when to use timeouts and stuff. Sean McDermott's a William and Mary guy. They was there together. And yeah,
they didn't teach
man,
it
yeah. It's some times where you just like, bro, why are y'all making it harder than it has to be? Like, So it was some of that. But as a whole, though, they get their receiver. Buffalo's number one receiver was Khalil Shakir. He wasn't out there this past week. He was hurt. He comes back, you got your reinforcements. When he's not out there, you throwing the Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins, and Curtis Samuel. So it's like those guys are good, but one is very young, still getting his NFL legs up under him. Another guy has talent, but he's not an all-world type of deep threat in terms of Mac Hollins. And then Curtis Samuel, he's more of like the get him the ball quick type of guy. He's making plays, but I think he's still trying to get his rhythm going. But Khalil's the guy. When Khalil's there, they treating him like how Brady treat Edelman when they was up in New England, man. And that thing worked beautifully. But he was out this week. So, and Von's out on defense. You know, he got the little 4-game situation. Yeah.
Back to the Steelers. Remix asks, would you try Killebrew or Mark Robinson at outside linebacker?
Mark Robinson, yes. Killebrew, no. I think Killebrew's his frame is too small. And it's a different animal when you're talking about Killebrew, who naturally is a safety, but
he would get swallowed up.
Yeah, I'm like, worst case, you play him at like off-ball linebacker, kind of like what Buffalo does with Terence Johnson.
Yeah.
But even their body types are just different. So that's the reason I don't like that for Killebrew. For Mark, I think he has the frame to do it. I just don't know skill-wise if he knows enough to do it at the NFL level every snap. Like, yeah, it's just a different, like, what they're asking to do. Like, it's like when we talk free safety versus like strong safety, inside linebacker versus outside linebacker. Like, like they're both linebackers, yes, but it's very different what you're looking for body type wise, and even the technique and how you're like seeing certain things. At middle linebacker, you see everything square and you look right and left. Outside linebacker, split stance, you're seeing half a man. But also at inside linebacker, you got time to react. You can have a bad step because I'm coming from depth. I got 5 yards at times. Some dudes even drop further than that. And it's like you got time to make it up. Whereas at outside linebacker, you're right on the line of scrimmage. One step is over. You false step, you step in the hole, you step bad, you are reached. And when you're reached, now that ball is spitting downhill and it's up on the safety. And it happens just like that. So that's the only thing, man, we're talking about some of those inside guys putting them out there. Those are some of my concerns. And that's just when you're in a 5 technique, which is like the easiest technique. They put that tight end over there. Now you got to go square up and play 6 technique. And you reading this dude's face mask or the via his neck. He go here. You got to step. Can't be wrong. Shoot them hands too. Now we talking about you getting cut off and that ball hitting in that C gap. Right? I don't know about all that. But I like Loudermilk in that situation, though. I do like Loudermilk. And maybe if you use Mark as like just a option to pass rush, I think that could work. But like I said, I think we're grasping at straws with that. I think Jeremiah Moon or Jacoby Windman would give you a better chance at more production at outside linebacker than Mark Robinson, and vice versa. I wouldn't want Jeremiah Moon or Jacoby Windman at inside linebacker over Mark.
Jacoby Windman plays some inside.
College. Windman interesting.
He's a threat. He's an asset.
Windman interesting because
I'm telling you, call him up.
Yeah, Windman interesting. Yes.
Let him cook.
But I wouldn't put him out there before I put Mark Robinson out there. Is all I'm saying.
Do we even have him?
We just bumped him up last week.
Did we pick him up on the?
We were doing the bump. He was definitely last week, not Cowboys game, but Colts game. I
didn't know if we lost him at all.
Bumped up Colts game.
Okay, cool. Because I know he's been out there.
Yeah, they
going back and forth. I didn't know if
with him. Yeah.
I didn't know if anyone else scooped him up.
I would say I don't think nobody did.
Okay.
Obviously, they're not gonna have him on this one.
ESPN's saying he's still here.
I like it then. I like it.
Call him up. Hunter Gaming. What game should I go to later in the season? A big one. If you want to shell out a ton of money, go to the Chiefs one.
Oh, I was about to say Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas,
yeah. If you want to give up your holiday with family, go to that one.
Maybe that's your gift to yourself, though. Don't make it about what you're not doing for somebody else. Think about what you're doing for yourself. versus, hey man, I'm not gonna be for my family. No.
Yeah, I think Ravens or
doing something for
Bengals
you,
would be a
though.
dope one.
Yeah. We don't have Thanksgiving. What's another prime time we got? Giants.
Yeah, those are coming up. We got a lot
that's
like
like 2
coming
weeks,
up
yeah,
here.
'cause I would say
Giants and
Giants.
Jets. Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
And then
I low-key think about that Jets game. I think it might be a vibe.
Because
you get to see Rodgers then. Yeah.
Isn't there a Saturday one?
I feel like it is, right?
I would say Bengals or
though.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Bengals or Ravens at home late in the season would be cool. The Eagles one's on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything else is divisional. Like the
Bengals,
last 6 weeks outside of Eagles, Chiefs,
Bengals
everything's
at the
divisional.
crib, Ravens at the crib, Giants. If you wanted to put, or probably more Jets than
I would
Giants.
do the Jets one.
Yeah,
That'd be
'cause
cool.
you see Rodgers,
See
man.
Rodgers for probably last time at Heinz
Yeah.
Field.
And then most definitely, if you need the biggest of all biggest games, come to that Chiefs Christmas game, bro. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah, if you want
That's
to,
gonna be crazy.
if you're willing to shell out some cash,
Yeah.
I think it's like $500 for the cheap seats
Easily,
right now,
bro, because it's Christmas and it's Pat Mahomes and it's two big, massive brands again. And it's Christmas.
It's gonna be on
bro.
Netflix. T
Yeah,
Swift's
you're
gonna
gonna
be
have
there.
T Swift. Might have Sierra pull up if Russ out there. Come on, man. We need to have. Where are our Sierra trackers at to know if she's at the games if Russ isn't playing? We're supposed to have somebody on Sierra watch.
Well, if he starts playing, I'm sure there'll be people that pop up.
Listen,
for that.
they for certain will have. We will all know the week that he's back, cause it's gonna be loud. We're gonna see all the photos, all the pictures, everybody pulling up. They gonna have a camera on her multiple times while she in the little suite. Oh, look, that's his wife right there. She's a Grammy recording superstar artist right there. You see Sierra? Yep. So we know we're gonna get all that. Nah.
I was having thoughts seeing the Chiefs win against the Saints yesterday of just listen, man. I mean, we're gonna have to face this team if we want to win the Super Bowl. We're gonna have to face them on the road too at Arrowhead. Everything's gonna have to go through the Chiefs right now. They're sitting at 5-0 and they're not even playing that good. Who's my money on between Russ and Fields right now to give us the best chance to go toe to toe with Mahomes?
I'm listening.
Hey, I mean, my answer right now is Russ.
All right, fair enough.
My answer right now is Russ. But can Fields change that narrative if he continues to get the opportunity? And I do think there is a little bit of a risk of putting in Russ right now and messing up the offense. Like, because we just don't know how good he's going to be necessarily. Right. I mean, we could go off his experience and all that stuff, but Fields has given us a certain degree of success and continuity if we win this Raiders game and we're 4-2.
Indeed, just because
I'm just talking about right now.
No,
like right now, I think they could mess up the flow.
Well, I was going to say this, just because we've seen his past performances, that still is an indicator of what's going to come from him in the future. He still has to come out here and prove that is still who he is. When I reference his history, it's more so out of respect for him, and that's why when we talk about how the coaching staff has handled him specifically, and why even though he hasn't even been a full participant in practice, it's a question that's going to pop up every week. That's the respect out of what he's done career-wise. But until he shows that he can do it each and every week now, yeah, you can't just make that decision based off of that. I'm with you on that. And for Fields, he's been taking what he can, or he's been making the most out of what he can control, which is these opportunities right now, because he doesn't have the most robust history. Because if the roles are reversed, we wouldn't even be talking about Fields.
No.
They wouldn't be asking about Fields each and every week if the roles were reversed. If we hadn't seen Justin Fields since he signed here from a conditioning test, come on, man, we ain't even thinking about it. But this is because of this man's accomplishments at this level and because of how long he's done it. That's why he gets treated the way he's being treated. But Fields, keep doing what you do. Keep holding them off. And that's what you want to see from Fields, because eventually it's going to click. And now it gets to the point where they no longer are saying you're holding them off. They're saying you one of them guys now, because it's proven over a longer period of time, a bigger sample size.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if we do stick with Fields, what do you look like this week? What do you look like next week? Sunday Night Football against Rodgers at home. Again, you get another one of those opportunities.
Or when they eventually say, yo, we're going to take the training wheels off.
Yeah, or even
you got full autonomy.
Yeah, or even the AFC North stretch.
What you see
of those last however many games. What do you look like against Burrow, Lamar Jackson, those guys? So like
when you got,
we might have more of an answer then, and if Russ sticks around here, that's when you could make the switch if Fields doesn't live up. But if he does live up, then my answer to the question about who's the better guy going up against the Chiefs on the road, maybe I'm thinking Fields at that point.
Yeah.
Especially too, just because he's played the whole season with the Steelers.
It'd been a larger sample.
Right. He's played the whole season with the Steelers. We still haven't seen Russ in a Steelers uniform, even with Russ's history. Fields has at least proven he's capable of doing that type of stuff. So you take that chance.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie T. Weight loss journey. Russ is the only Steeler quarterback to beat the Chiefs in like late years. Deke overhyping Fields because he's emotionally attached to Fields like he was to Kenny.
No, that's crazy. I am glad that he only referenced the Chiefs that he beat, because he went on a little spin. He beat a couple guys last year, man. It was kind of important. Yeah.
Beat the Bills too on the road.
It was some victims. All right. Unfortunately, we seen that pass. I'm like, Russ, you still can do that? How?
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, he still can do it. He still can get it done, even last year. Mm-hmm. Bro, it was like a little 5-6 week stretch if I remember, like with him, and then it got weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Chiefs last year.
Yeah, shout out to the Chiefs losing. I like that.
I think there's something to be said for that. I think he
Anytime
lost
you
another
beat
3 times
Mahomes,
against them. But
anytime you beat Mahomes, it matters.
yeah, that might have been on the road too.
Yeah.
It might have been. I can't remember exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But he's played him tough. Like I think he's 1-3 against Mahomes when he was in Denver, and I think 2 of those other times they lost. Russ did play him tough. Like he had a decent game. It was like a 1-score game.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean that's why I say the answer that I just said. Like right now, I would say Russ for sure over Fields. If the game was being played tomorrow, maybe you do take the chance with Russ and just put him in over Fields because of that. Just because of who Russ is, like a do or die type of situation game, just throw him out there.
We know he has the clutch gene. We definitely know that. We've seen that far too many times.
Like I don't think the moment would be too big for Russ going on the road at Arrowhead, going up against Mahomes.
He could hit you with the, let's ride. We're unlimited today, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I could say that for certain with Fields just yet. I think he's doing a lot of good things these first 5 weeks. I think he's trending in a great direction, but I think we still got to see more of him for me to change that answer to a definitive yes.
So with that understanding, as we currently sit today, if it became we don't see another Justin Fields snap because Russ plays well all through practice and he gets the nod, how would you handle Justin Fields in the offseason? Would he still be somebody that you would want to do business with to keep here?
Absolutely.
Based off of what we've seen thus far, has he shown enough that we think that, that's somebody that we could grow with?
You're saying to be the starter for next year? I think in either way, I'm trying to bring him back as a backup or a starter.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, because me personally, I'm kind of there based off of what we've seen in 5 games. I'm like, I think this is interesting enough that
I'd take a chance on him based off these games than getting a rookie quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
If we don't even see another snap from him.
Versus going to draft something, I'm kind of interested to see, let me get you longer in this offensive system, more comfortable in this system. Watch Russ a little bit as well, or have him at least be in your ear the rest of this year. And now let's see how you continue to grow, because he has all of the traits that you're going to be looking for with any of these quarterbacks that are going to be coming out.
Yeah. That's how I would lean.
Yeah.
See, you see how Russ does too, because, I mean, that could impact the status for Fields or why you would be resigning him, whether it would be the starter or the backup.
Right. Because if Russ is killing it, then it's like, all right, different convo in terms of the extent of it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, in some capacity, I think I still would want him here.
Yeah, I would
even
love
off
to
of these
Fields.
5 games thus far, I'm like, I think that that's very valuable.
Yeah, and even if you wanted to draft a rookie quarterback, have him have Fields compete with that guy. Either way, I think right now I want Fields back.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez says, let Russ cook, sign Fields at the end of the year.
Hey, all right. Respect on that, then. I ain't tripping on it. I ain't tripping at all. We did have a little spurt. We missed a couple real quick. Let me get these.
Okay.
All right. Hunter Gaming. He says, no. He already said what game should I go to later in the year. We have that. AJ Martinez said, much love to Rita. Miss Trita, the amazing lady. So shout out to Miss Trita. Or Rita. My Miss Trita, the amazing lady. Shout out. Or AJ's Miss Trita. Not my Miss Trita. Y'all know who my lady is. She upstairs. Don't get me in trouble today. All right. And then we have tons of fun. He says, I decided on going to the Steelers versus Giants game because it's a good game for the Steelers. But after these past 2 games, now I don't know. So he felt like he chose the Giants game because he felt like that was a layup. And then he's like, I don't know if it's a layup anymore.
I don't think he's wrong. Danny Dimes has looked pretty decent this year. He has. Yeah, Giants are a feisty team.
They are, man. You gotta respect them.
Yeah, the
Definitely gotta
Dimes
respect
to
them,
neighbors
man.
connection is real.
Neighbors a whole problem out there, and Brian Dable knows how to get that man the football too. Shout out to Brian Dable.
Mike Matizich says, stick with Fields, let him develop, take off the chains, and let him go. He brings a different dimension to the offense.
Okay.
I agree with that, too.
Okay.
There are some times where I'm just thinking, let Fields cook. Let's spread it out. Let's not do the whole Najee Harris. It's so obvious it's a run. Let's run it up the middle.
Yeah.
Let's actually try to get into some different formation or different play call where we have some options and let Fields operate.
He said, I'm back and forth on how much I want Fields to quote unquote cook versus keeping it on medium to simmer versus turning it all the way up to high.
Well, that we had to do that second half against the Colts.
Right, we didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
But me personally, it's like I kind of enjoy keeping him on that low to medium. Like, keep me in that range. I don't want it to have to cross over to the medium to high just yet because I saw 3 years of that in Chicago. And what has been to me the big difference, Chicago versus Pittsburgh Fields, is not lack of ability. I think his ability is the same, but I think his decision making is a lot better. But I also feel like it's due to the fact that he's not having to make so many decisions. That takes a lot of pressure off you when you don't have to decide 30 times to make the right decision. 30 times, whether it's pressure or not, you got to deliver this the right way. Whether you see it or not, you still got to make the best decision here. I think at times we kind of help him not have to do it as frequently. So in turn, you're seeing a better version of him. So that's why I'm still back and forth on the concept of like giving him more on his plate, because I think it could also potentially be more of a detriment based off what we've seen from him career-wise and where we are right now with him after 5 games.
Yeah,
Like when we
at
say
some
defense.
point, we're gonna have to. I feel like,
and I would agree. But I think of like how we talk about defense, right? We heard Minka say, "Man, maybe we need to simplify it a little bit." I think of, okay, you could be doing too much or not enough, and we're trying to find that fine balance of, is this not enough? But in Chicago, I felt like it was too much. So how do you make it where it's the perfect kind of situation while still being able to win and not put your team in bad situations while you're kind of going through those growing pains we're figuring everybody out?
sure.
I think that's another thing that Coach T and Arthur Smith are trying to handle with Fields specifically, that you're not going to necessarily deal with Russ because it's a certain trust that you have with him because you've seen him produce a lot of times at this level. But that's part of, like I said, why I can understand them being still a little bit slower to put all that on Fields' plate.
Jonathan Hoschler gave us $5.
Shout out to Jonathan Hostler showing love, man. We appreciate you from the heart. Hey, man, and if y'all rocking with us and y'all digging the show the way that we hope y'all digging the way that Jonathan digs, because obviously he gave super chat, yeah, make sure you hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
AJ Martinez says, okay, no Rodgers to Diddy's house. Rodgers can go to the mountains and eat mayonnaise and sing Kumbaya to his weird self. Let's go see the nation.
There it is.
Rock out.
There it is. Now, AJ, that we can get behind right there. That sounds pretty right. I still don't get the mayonnaise situation. I thought that was Will Levis.
I did too.
Yeah, I'm not following the mayonnaise.
Any word on the Titans starter for this week?
I thought you said it was Mason, right?
It should be.
Yeah, I don't
know.
know.
But I don't know if Levis is still hurt or not.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That's going to affect my pick for Thursday.
Okay.
So I'll go Titans if Mason's playing.
All right. I don't even know who the Titans play this week.
I don't either.
All right. I hope they play somebody good.
NFL Insider hints Titans are running out of patience with Will Levis.
All right. Yeah, man.
As the Titans vow to stick with Will Levis, here are 3 things they need for success. All right, that has nothing to do with who's playing this week.
Yeah. That's a lot of quarterbacks, man. They find new places of employment quickly, man.
Ian Rappaport on Will Levis starting status with the Titans on the Rich Eisen show. So I'd have to listen to that. 5 minutes.
Where's the transcript at, man?
Yeah, I was going to say, where's the headline?
What does Titans.com say?
Latest Will Levis injury update is a potential nightmare for Titans fans. Buckle up. There's about to be a quarterback controversy.
Okay.
Titans are coming out of their bye week, heading into week 6 versus the Colts.
Huh.
Let's see. Now, a week removed from the injury, fans want to know the latest on Levis. Head coach Brian Callahan spoke to reporters Monday, revealed that Levis is not going to practice until at least Wednesday. And when he does practice, he will not be without pain.
Okay.
All right, lock it in.
All right. Mason's probably starting in.
Lock it in.
Yeah. Sound like he's starting. You said it's the Colts this weekend?
Yeah.
Rich playing or is it Flacco?
Another AFC North battle with
It
Mason.
is. Yeah.
Mason versus Flacco.
I like it. All right.
It was just Mason versus Huntley.
Hey, listen, man. If Flacco I trust, man. What's up? Let's go.
All right, you already got your. All right, we got our picks locked in for Titans Colts.
At least for that one, yes. I don't even care about.
All
the
right,
spread.
so what if
A
Rich plays?
I still
Are
rock
you
with it.
changing
I ain't
your
tripping.
pick? Okay.
Because
My pick is only if Mason plays.
Okay. See, I haven't had a bad Rich experience, but I also typically don't pick a lot of Rich games because usually Colts we like, that game's staying. We don't want that.
Well, Andy's been injured for so long.
That
How
too.
many games has he played? 6
I'm with
games
you, yeah.
total?
Yep. So we still got a good track record thus far.
Heavy-handed Vaughn asks, what happens if Russ leads us to the AFC Championship? I'll be happy.
Yeah, we'll be in the AFC Championship, praying that we go into the Super Bowl, and then praying that we win, and then after that, we can talk contracts all we want, because we'll have won an AFC Championship game and have won a Super Bowl. So that's not a negative. I think that's a great problem to have if we can get there. Let's get there.
AJ Martinez, we the Steelers, we're getting everyone's best shot every week. Diggler, I'm glad Pitt is ranked, but I watched a little of the game versus Mac Brown. Sheesh, it was a little snoozer, but a win is a win.
Dang. Y'all ain't who scored? Y'all dropped 30 of them? Yeah.
I thought it was a decent game.
Let's see, I put 30 up.
I know.
We had some quarterback play as well. It was exciting. UNC looked like UNC. You saw what I was saying, bro? Like,
who's AJ Martinez's team?
That's actually a good question. Arizona, maybe? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pitt being ranked, it's a nice thing. I mean, I worry about when we get ranked because
don't you do that.
That's usually the prerequisite for a downfall or a letdown.
Your eyelids off. You're not blinking, bro. Cut your eyelids
Big game
off.
against Cal this week, though.
Hey, man. And it's a big game just because y'all in it. That's it. Anytime you play, it's a 5-star matchup. Come on, man. All
right, we got all these super chats rolling in here. Jonathan Hoschler says Fields is unable to read defenses, nor can he hit an NFL open pass consistently. If we stick with him, we are losing 2 to 3 more in the first half of the season.
I mean, that's an opinion. Still some speculation with it. I don't necessarily agree with that. Are we gonna all highlight plays where this guy was running open? Sure, but you can do that with any quarterback in this league, man. Fields is just a young player. He's not. I'm not saying that he's a perfect player, or that he's a surefire guy that you keep going with the whole time. But to act as if he can't read defenses, I don't think that that's accurate. I don't agree. And in terms of NFL Open, what we as the fans or media might deem as a pass that makes sense from the bird eye view, which is what you see from television, which is what I see on all 22, it looks a little bit different when you're actually down there on ground level, along with when it's happening, the speed of it and stuff like that. If Fields was perfect and was doing it like that, we'll be calling him Patrick Mahomes. We'll be calling him Joe Burrow. He would already be Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. It's a handful of those guys that have already proven that in this league. And it's a ton of other guys that, like you even bring up Will Levis, right? A former first rounder in his own right,
second
rounder in his own right, struggling. There's multiple quarterbacks, not named those handful of guys, the 5 that I named, that don't always hit the perfect NFL open pass in the first window. Sometimes they get on the second window. We talked about that Colts game, right? GP running out the backside versus his own concept. Yeah, Fields could have hit him in the first window. He didn't see it. All right, cool. But the athleticism and the smarts for him allowed him to do what? Extend the play. Now he hits GP for a dagger play. So to me, when I think of that type of stuff, that's letting me know that, he can read defense well enough. But at the same time, that's something that he definitely has to improve upon to be more consistent. But the narrative that he can't read it, I don't think that that's the case. And I think that he's already debunked the narrative that he can't hit NFL open passes either, because we've seen him make those plays. Everybody, though, outside of the top 5 dudes have consistency issues, though. So I don't see why this is an exclusive to Justin Fields thing when 90% of these quarterbacks in the NFL are dealing with the same things to some degree.
I think his accuracy's been really good this year.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's been really good. Now the Reed defenses are getting the ball out quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe like you said, he's been inconsistent at times this year with that, but he's also made some really good plays with his legs and doing some good improvising. Like, I think you got to give him credit for that too. But I think he's improved in his ability to read the defenses and get the ball out quick compared to what he was doing in Chicago.
Yeah,
he's impressed
I ain't
me.
saying it's perfect. Definitely not saying that.
I think the accuracy has not been an issue for him this year, though. I think his accuracy has been awesome.
Like, he's thrown multiple deep balls where we're just like, bro, this pass is perfect.
Yeah, think of the 5 drops that he just dealt with from last game.
This pass. Bro, the Connor Hayward play once again, it's like, man, you got to catch that, bro.
I think so. It was a tough catch. He had it. It was just when he fell to the ground, it popped out.
Love the design, too, though. Arthur Smith was in the bag and took the shot early. Had him in at fullback. Something that we're going to see this week with Vegas. They run similar concepts with Brock Bowers over there. They'll line him up in that fullback, have him release through the line, and then wheel that thing on up. Yep.
He's 67.7% completion percentage this year.
No.
It's pretty damn good.
Respect, man.
Last week was 55, but that could have easily been over 60.
Mm-hmm.
If Pickens catches that third down, Connor Hayward catches that. Connor Hayward dropped 2, actually.
Yeah. We had multiple drops.
Van Jefferson catches the one down the sideline.
It was a group effort. It was a group effort on some of the negativity that took place Sunday.
Mike Matizic, should the Steelers hire Robert Saleh as defensive assistant like we did with Brian Flores?
You know I'm in that. I want that to happen. Trust me, I do. Whether it's right now or in the offseason, get him on the staff somehow, though, man. I think he definitely helps us more than he hurts us.
That is it for Supers.
I like it. And Deke, somehow, some way, man, we talked to him for 2 hours and 21 minutes, bro.
Well, that's the chat for keeping it going.
I don't know how we do this. Shout out to the
Splitter.
Splitter.
Some good comments.
Again, though, man. RIP to the Splitter. We lost a key member of the show in today's show, so it was a good day today, man. It was a good day. With that being the case, though, man, that will conclude today's show because it's time for your boy to go get his yoga on with Mr. Super Bowl MVP Tone Time. All right, namaste and all that.
Ask him about Pickens while you're down there too.
Oh man, you gonna get me in trouble, man.
Give us a report on Thursday.
Don't give me in trouble, man. All right, don't give me in trouble, man. I'm just man, just try to stay out the way. All right, try to stay out the way. Don't give me in trouble, man. But anyways, y'all hit that like button one last time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe, and we appreciate you as always. And until next time, baby.
Peace.